Moves to the far circle. Out of Beast. Robbed by Lindbergh. How did he see that puck? But he makes a save. Trying to take the lead here. Kennedy. Walter. Goal! Hudson Pettit! Redirected. Kennedy across the Bauer. Walter. Snapshot. Scores! Was that Hudson Pettit again? No, it's just a Bauer-Walter clean goal. Olsen, Kennedy out to neutral ice. Lakers trying to get the empty netter, and they do! Detroit Lakes gets the empty netter with 21 seconds left.
On the TV3 YouTube page. Laker Sports on KDLM is brought to you by Ameriprise Financial Carrier in Vardy, B&M Electric, Bell Bank Detroit Lakes, Bluebird Books, Boys and Girls Club Thrift Store of Detroit Lakes, Bremer Bank, BTD Manufacturing, Burger King, D&D Appliance, Detroit Lakes Public Schools, the DLCCC, Detroit Lakes Public Utilities, Do Right Construction, Essentia Health, First National Bank Detroit Lakes, Foltz Buildings, Forest Hills Golf and Resort, Haug Incorporated, J&K Marine, Jeff's Muffler, Lake Sports Shop, Lake Show, Metal Save, Laney, Midwest Bank, Precision Printing, Sanford Health Detroit Lakes, SJE Incorporated, Snap Fitness, New Motor, Weber Family Motor, West River Dental, Muscatel GMC, and Strive Chiropractic. For the call of today's game, here's the voice of Lakers sports, Charlie Newell.
On live from the Ralph Engelstad Arena here in Thief River Falls, it's the site of the Section 8A championship game in boys hockey. The number 3 seeded Detroit Lakes Lakers taking on the top seeded Warroad Warriors here tonight as the Lakers try to pull off an upset once again. They got to win against East Grand Forks, but tonight they have to go through Hockeytown, USA, Warroad. Charlie Newland alongside Matt Wimmer as we get ready to bring you all the play-by-play action here tonight. And the Lakers, they went to the state tournament back in 1995 and 1996, but they've never been able to advance the state tournament from Section 8, and tonight they have a chance to do so. The Lakers take on the Warroad Warriors, who are no stranger to the state tournament. They've been to the state tournament 25 times in their history. They've won state 4 times, most recently in 2005. The Warriors have been runners-up at the state tournament 8 times. So not only do you have to go through the Warriors, Matt, but you also are in a big game somewhere where you haven't been before here in Section 8. A lot on the line here for the Lakers here tonight taking on the Warroad Warriors.
Yeah, there's no question. If you look at it from the history standpoint, a much bigger game for the Detroit Lakes Lakers, who, again, never been in this position before in Section 8. They've been there in Section 4 when we switched from the Tier 1, Tier 2 into 94, and 94 is when they switched to Class Single A and Double A, went to a 2-class state tournament. The following year, the Lakers advanced down to the state tournament. They took on, in 95 and 96, both International Falls and Warroad. As they last time they would have played in a tournament situation like this, they led off against Section 8 and lost that opening round game. Been a long time since the Lakers beat the Warroad Warriors.
Tonight, a chance to do something that they haven't done in a long time, 40-plus years. Our pregame show brought to you by Snap Fitness in Detroit Lakes. Coming up on our Snap Fitness pregame show, we'll talk to the coaches. Had a chance to talk with Jay Hardwick of Warroad and Tanner Lane. We'll talk to assistant coach Tanner Lane of Detroit Lakes. We also will get to our starters and get to our Ameriprise Financial Carrier and Barty keys to the game. You're listening to the Section 8A Championship right here on the station you can count on, KDLM, and streaming on YouTube at Voice of Alexandria.
Looking for health care that keeps you feeling your best? At Essentia Health, our team of primary care providers is here to listen and guide you on your path to wellness. From routine checkups and preventative screenings to managing chronic conditions, we've got you covered. With a focus on building relationships, we take the time to understand your unique health concerns. Visit our website at essentiahealth.org to schedule your appointment.
For 130 years, Ameriprise Financial has worked for their clients' futures, helping millions of Americans retire on their terms. Have Carrier and Barty, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, develop a customized plan for your retirement. Call me, Matt Carrier, or financial advisors Matt Hayden or Kelsey Barty at 218-847-2676 to learn more.
Office is located at 1135 Washington Avenue, Suite 103, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guaranteed. May lose value. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Welcome to Muscatel GMC in Detroit Lakes. Ask about rebates and incentives available now. GMC, dedicated to American ingenuity. Looking for roomy comfort and convenience? Designed for serious capability. Muscatel's built on trust.
When the snow flies, your golf game doesn't have to go into hibernation. Swing into the 19th hole simulator at Forest Hills Resort, your warm, cozy escape all holiday season long. Keep your swing sharp on some of the best courses in the country, all without leaving town. Bring friends, hang out over holiday breaks, and make it a tradition. And grab Black Diamond at Forest Hills Christmas gift cards, the perfect gift for the golfer in your life. So tee up good times this winter at the Forest Hills Resort 19th hole simulator. Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't make it better for the people we care about. At Weber Family Motors, that's our family and our team, and also the customers who have been shopping with us since 2007. That's why we've made our Pro-Certified Unlimited Mile program complimentary for every eligible new and pre-owned vehicle. So you get one less thing to worry about. Visit our showroom on Highway 10 West next to Menards or browse online at WeberFamilyMotors.com. Weber Pro Certified. Drive home.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
$5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get two of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way. $5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get two of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way.
Snap Fitness of Detroit Lakes is the only locally owned 24/7 fitness club in the Lakes area. Snap Fitness has month-to-month memberships, meaning no long-term contracts or club enhancement fees. Work out on your own time, even with a busy schedule. Looking for a class that will motivate and push you? Check out the Snap Fitness Boot Camp with Coach Carly. If you sign up this month, you'll receive a Lakers card. With MyZone technology, Snap Fitness helps you stay on track and reach your fitness goals. Proud supporter of Laker Athletics. Membership subject to a one-time enrollment fee. Snap Fitness, Detroit Lakes.
KDL on Pregame Show, talking with the assistant coach of the Laker boys hockey team, Tanner Lane. Coach, here it is, section title game. First of all, congrats on the win against East Grand Forks to get to this point.
Yeah, I'm happy to be able to talk to you again after Saturday, and you could see it on the bench and on the ice and talking to Ben after the game. Obviously, it was an emotional night for us, but not emotional in the fact that we were shocked that we won that game. More so emotional just because, we knew we could win that game and we knew that we deserved to be here tonight, and just the preparation level and the type of hockey that we've been playing the last month. That's why the nerves were there before the game, and it's similar right now as well. But what a good night for our program, but just another step to where we want to ultimately be. And I really like the way we responded this week. We flipped that switch. We certainly enjoyed ourselves, after the game and Sunday and a little bit on Monday, but we flipped the switch really quickly and we're ready to go tonight.
What was practice like this week?
A little lighter on Monday, a lot more film on Monday, Tuesday, just kind of the ins and outs of things. We're not going to reinvent the wheel, obviously, this late in the year, but there's certainly nuances of the game that we need to clear up, and especially tailored towards who we're playing tonight. Just little things I'm not going to get into details on, but just a part of the process, and it's our jobs as coaches to, like I said, flip that switch and get them right back to where they need to be so that they can just go out and execute. That's the biggest thing, and I feel really good about where we're at.
You were spot on with your keys to the game last week with the power play and special teams, and we were able to score 2 goals on the power play against East Grand Forks. You expecting that to be another big key to the game here tonight, special teams?
Yeah, like I said, any close game in hockey, special teams usually are the dictator for that, and like I talked about before, those first 7 to 10 minutes, you just got to settle in. The nice thing is, the atmosphere will be good tonight, but they kind of a taste of winning in that atmosphere last week. But it'll be nice for us important for us, I should say, to settle in, because then it turns into a hockey game. But yes, to your point, I don't see it turning into a penalty fest this late in the year for a section final, but if it does, I think we're prepared to execute. Our power play has been clipping at a really nice level the last month and a half. And to be completely honest with you, we don't work on our power play a lot anymore because when you have good players on the ice, they kind of take care of itself. But we've been hammering penalty kill again, just making sure that we're all on the same page and doing the job, because obviously this is the team that scores a lot of goals in the power play. So it will come down to that. And I think if there's 2 or 3 penalties each, whatever team's on the right side of that's more than likely going to win.
Without getting into the details of what we're expecting here tonight with Warroad, they have a different way of playing than East Grand Forks, more controlled, like to pass the puck. It's very almost finesse in a way, but very speed, quick too, and they have great shooters as well.
Certainly, and a big part of our preparation was kind of tailored to that. They almost lull you to sleep a little bit, especially through the neutral, and if they're playing defense. Super important for us to stay above pucks through the neutral, and really, really important not to turn it over entering the zone and giving them breaks, because they do execute their 3-on-2s, their 2-on-1s. And that's kind of something that we hammered this week a little bit, but at the same time, you don't want to overload them with information, but just have it in the back of their mind like, hey, if we're in the right spot defensively all through the ice, not just in the D zone, offensively, if we lose a puck and through the neutral, we're going to like our results, because we've got some big, strong kids on our team that they have to go through. So we're just trying to make sure we don't give up any freebies, because if we don't, I think we'll like our result a lot tonight.
One of the main reasons we got a win last game was Griffin Lindberg. What's he like? Is he what's his temperament heading into this big game here tonight?
It's interesting. He's very cool in terms of just his demeanor off the ice. He's competitive, certainly. You can see that in practice and in games, but he's very even keel, which I think is important for a goalie. You can't run hot, you can't get upset in moments, but we feel very good to have him back there in a game like this tonight. We felt good about it going into East Grand. I think Ben noted it in the post-game interview. He hasn't had his best stuff in moments throughout this year, but he had his best stuff on Saturday, and we had our best stuff in front of him blocking shots, and it's going to take that same effort tonight. But there's a lot of keys to the game, but I would say he's probably number one. If he's the guy that's going to, if there's a guy that's going to take us to this next level and get us to the state tournament, we've got a few guys, but your goaltender has to play well in these games, and their goaltender has to play well, because we're going to generate some offense tonight too. So we'll see who's able to make the saves when they need them.
How are the Butterflies tonight?
A little bit better.
Nerves better than last time?
I think the boys are doing better than us coaches are, but same thing, Charlie. It's so weird as a coach, because I know we can win this game if we play the right way. And we're so close, right? We're so close to being able to punch that ticket to get down to St. Paul next week, and I want it so bad for these kids. I really do. We've got a good group, a special group. We've talked about it for a long time now, and I feel okay right now. I'm probably not going to be feeling very good in an hour, but those no different than the players. I settled in pretty good after the first 7 minutes of that game too, because that turns into coaching a little bit, but I'm doing all right. I appreciate you asking.
Appreciate the time.
All right, thanks, Charlie.
Assistant Coach Tanner Lane joining us here on the pregame show. Back with more after this.
Make the decision for Precision. Precision Printing. Their business is helping your business. Precision Printing is the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. For quality printing that won't break your budget, make the decision for Precision Printing. Creative sales pieces, flyers, brochures, letters, invoices, and more. Plus free pickup and delivery from the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. Make the decision for Precision. 847-3101 or visit them at 219 Front Street in Detroit Lakes.
Welcome to Muscatel GMC in Detroit Lakes. Ask about rebates and incentives available now. GMC, dedicated to American ingenuity. Looking for roomy comfort and convenience? Designed for serious capability. Muscatels, built on trust.
For 130 years, Ameriprise Financial has worked for their clients' futures, helping millions of Americans retire on their terms. Have Carrier and Barty, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, develop a customized plan for your retirement. Call me, Matt Carrier, or financial advisors Matt Hayden or Kelsey Barty at 218-847-2676 to learn more.
Office is located at 1135 Washington Avenue, Suite 103, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guaranteed. May lose value. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
It's the dead of a Minnesota winter, but in your head, you're ripping trails, throwing dirt, and chasing the next turn. Mud on the tires, miles ahead, and that feeling you only get when you're on the trails. That's why right now's the time to plan your riding season with J&K Marine and CF Moto. Get ready for long rides, rough trails, and pure freedom, because when the snow melts, you don't want to be waiting. Sure, Minnesota winters are fun, but nothing beats ripping through the dirt. Summer riding is for living. See all the CF Motos at J&K Marine.
Saving energy and money go hand in hand, and Detroit Lakes Public Utilities is here to help you do both. Their Bright Energy Solutions program offers cash rebates on energy-efficient products that can help make your home more comfortable, reduce energy costs, and protect the environment, all while saving you money. From Energy Star appliance upgrades to advanced heating and cooling systems, there's plenty of opportunities to make a meaningful change in 2025. Learn all the ways you can save this year by contacting Detroit Lakes Public Utilities or visit BrightEnergySolutions.com.
The King is calling. Burger King of Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids is hiring for all shifts now. Whether you're looking for some supplemental income or a career opportunity, Burger King offers starting wages up to $15 an hour, and health insurance is available for full-time employees. Plus, paid training with advancement opportunities, flexible hours, free uniforms, and meal discounts. Starting up to $15 an hour. The King is calling. Burger King, Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids.
Looking for trusted appliances with hometown service? D&D Repair and Appliance is your full-service, family-owned appliance store, proudly serving the Lakes region for over 35 years. They carry KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, brands you know and trust. Plus, they offer delivery and installation so you can shop local and get it delivered right to your home. Visit them at 1050 Highway 59 South, because when you choose D&D Repair and Appliance, now you're talking value.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
Course. KDL on Pregame Show, talking with the head coach of the Warroad Warriors, Jay Hardwick. Coach, section title game here tonight. You guys ready for it?
Oh yeah, always ready for a game like this. You play all year to play in this game and put yourself in this position. So it's a good place to be. But now you got to go out and play this one and finish this one.
You guys have been in this position before. What does it usually take to get a win in a title game?
Well, every year is a little bit different, but you got sometimes you got to play maybe the best game you played all year. A lot of it depends on what the other team does, but I've been in enough of these where I know that we're going to have to play hard and we're going to have to execute, and it's not going to be easy.
Detroit Lakes, your opponent. You guys beat them earlier in the regular season, 7-4. What do you remember from that game that you'll use here tonight?
Yeah, I think it was long enough ago where you can't really use a whole lot, or it's just, we're, the familiarity a little bit, but it's, I think we're both, different teams now, better teams. I've watched film on Detroit Lakes, and I think they're playing really well right now. The last third or half of the season they really turned it on. So I think they're a different team, and so are we. That's the goal, to get better as the season goes and be playing your best hockey this time of year. So we're going to have to be ready to go.
What have you been most impressed with from your team in that progress standpoint? What have they been able to do as time has went on?
I think the beginning of the year, I thought we struggled with our consistency a little bit. We would play well one game, and then the next game would be not so good, and we were kind of up and down a little bit, and you didn't really know which team was going to show up, the one that could be really good or the one that could be real average. And I think as the season's gone on, we've gotten better at that, and I think the kids have started to understand that this is how we have to prepare, and these are the things we need to do to show up and play well.
Appreciate the time, Coach.
Thank you.
Head Coach Jay Hardwick joining us here on the Pregame Show. Back for more after this.
It's the dead of a Minnesota winter, but in your head, you're ripping trails, throwing dirt, and chasing the next turn. Mud on the tires, miles ahead, and that feeling you only get when you're on the trails. That's why right now's the time to plan your riding season with J&K Marine and CF Moto. Get ready for long rides, rough trails, and pure freedom, because when the snow melts, you don't want to be waiting. Sure, Minnesota winters are fun, but nothing beats ripping through the dirt. Summer riding is for living. See all the CF Motos at J&K Marine.
Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes. Proud supporters of Laker Athletics. With over 55 years of experience, Metal Sales is the nation's leading manufacturer of metal roofing, wall, and building systems. When it comes to metal panels, no one does it better. Looking for a fresh career opportunity? Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes is hiring. Stop by, apply online, or give them a call to see what's in store for you. Good luck this season, Laker athletes, from everyone at Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes. The Metal Panel Pros.
Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't make it better for the people we care about. At Weber Family Motors, that's our family and our team, and also the customers who have been shopping with us since 2007. That's why we've made our Pro-Certified Unlimited Mile program complimentary for every eligible new and pre-owned vehicle. So you get one less thing to worry about. Visit our showroom on Highway 10 West next to Menards, or browse online at WeberFamilyMotors.com. Weber Pro Certified. Drive home.
$5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get two of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way. $5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get two of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way.
B&M Electric, a full-service electrical contractor that's built a reputation on honesty and service, providing top-quality service at a reasonable price and long-lasting relationships with the best general contractors in the area. B&M Electric is proud that home and business owners alike call them year after year for their electrical needs. The biggest compliment? When their customers refer them to friends. Over 35 years in the business, licensed and bonded. Good luck to all the Laker athletes from Mike and Brenda at B&M Electric.
Look, the big new Old National Bank in town is just trying to make a go for it. But they have a lot of shareholders to please down in Chicago. At Midwest Bank, your local bank, the only person we have to please is you. So we employ people here. We invest in people here. We build businesses here. And if that's the kind of thing you want from your financial institution, we welcome you here to Midwest Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Come hang out at the DLCCC. Indoor pool, indoor track, indoor backyard. It's all indoors and ready for you to join. And if you're not sure how to work the equipment or where to start, book a session with a personal trainer. Many classes, many levels. Workouts are an important part of an athlete's career. So whether you're a beginner or advanced, the DLCCC has something here for every level and every age. So get started today. It's a great decision. Check out their Facebook page for classes or call 844-4221. Good luck to all the Laker athletes.
VTD Manufacturing in Detroit Lakes is a proud sponsor of the Detroit Lakes Lakers. They're a customer-focused, growth-oriented manufacturing partner providing innovative, customer-specific solutions to world-class brands. They succeed by investing in their people. They know the power of teamwork is what it takes to make a successful company, just as the teams of the Detroit Lakes High Schools do as well. VTD is community-minded and loves to see the Lakes area grow. Good luck this season to all Laker athletes.
At J&K Marine.
And welcome back here to the Ralph Engelstad Arena. It's the section championship. So happy that you could join us here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube. Appreciate you tuning in. Charlie Newland broadcasting to you alongside Matt Wimmer, our TV3 crew of Raina Zima and Ryland Mills, set to bring you all the action here this evening. I want to thank our sponsors, our season-long sponsors, as you hear in the ads. Also want to thank our additional playoff sponsors here tonight, Dow Acoustics, Funds Access, Bender Chiropractic, the Rena Bierke Agency with American Family Insurance here in Detroit Lakes, Apex Engineering, Blue Cross, Chris Simbulik, and Ecumen Detroit Lakes. And again, thank you to all of our regular season sponsors as well. We appreciate you. Time for our starters. Detroit Lakes starting five look like this: Carter Whitworth, Easton Kennedy, Will Simbulik. Defensively, it's the Walter brothers, Rhett Walter, Bauer Walter, and of course Matt, the goaltender, Griffin Lindberg. Griffin has 92% save percentage, 17 wins, 7 losses, 1 tie, and 38 saves in the win against East Grand Forks.
And that save percentage is no fluke, Charlie. We've talked about that before. when you go through a season like this Lakers have been through, they're playing some stiff competition. They're not having a bunch of blowout games and things of that nature. That save percentage started off high, and a little bit higher as this, and it's evened out as the season's gone down. But it's a legitimate 92% save percentage. So if the Lakers can hold those shots down, play some tough D zone, they can really help out that. They can help out that backstop in Griffin Lindbergh. A huge asset to this Laker hockey team.
Take a look at the starters for the Warroad Warriors. Head coach Jay Hardwick. Talk to him. Coach Hardwick in his 14th year, 266 career wins as a head coach. And his starting lineup looks like this. Gavin Anderson, he's a sniper. And then you have the playmaker Ryan Shagaday. Roderick Jackson, he's a young guy up on the top line. He's only a freshman, but he's also dangerous. Broden Honfett, Wesley Schreiner, and of course the goaltender, Matt, tonight, Finn Hansen. And you talk about how great Griffin Lindbergh has played. Finn Hansen, I mean, they play tough competition Warroad on a nightly basis. 92.6 save percentage. Goal is against average of 1.6.
And no question about it. And a lot of that rises on their tough defensive play. Their transition game is so fast. They get those pucks up and out of the zone. You talk about the Lakers schedule. This Warroad team has 5 losses, and those 5 losses, Cloquet and Hibbing, 2 teams playing off in the section finals. Grand Forks Red River favored to win the North Dakota State tournament. Delano playing in a section final tonight to advance to the state tournament, and Moorhead, who's already punched their ticket in. So you talk about the competition level that these teams have seen throughout the season to prep them for this event is astronomical.
Yeah, and Warroad's one tie this season was against Hermantown, and enough needs to be said about them. All right, Keys to the Game brought to you by Ameriprise Financial, Carrier and Vardy. And Matt, limiting the odd man rushes, battles for the puck, that's going to be so important. Quick defensive zone transition, and of course the excellent special teams play that we saw in the East Grand Forks game where they scored 2 power play goals. Keys to the Game brought to you by Ameriprise Financial, Carrier, and Vardy. We'll be back with Puck Drop next here from the Ralph Engelstad Arena, right here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Voice of Alexandria.
TV3 is your home for great local programming. We give a voice to our local communities. You can watch on Arvik Cable, on our website, YouTube, and Facebook page.
Layton Media offers a radio corral of 26 stations, including Real Country 102, Wave 104.1, Today's Best Music, Lakes 99.5, Classic Hits, KJ Country 96.5, and KDLM. Follow on social media and stream your favorite Layton Media radio station wherever you are with the Lakes Area Radio app.
The King is calling. Burger King of Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids is hiring for all shifts now. Whether you're looking for some supplemental income or a career opportunity, Burger King offers starting wages up to $15 an hour, and health insurance is available for full-time employees. Plus, paid training with advancement opportunities, flexible hours, free uniforms, and meal discounts. Starting up to $15 an hour, The King is calling. Burger King, Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids.
Come check out the Boys and Girls Thrift Store and More of Detroit Lakes. They've got the largest selection of thrift family apparel in the upper Midwest, all at low everyday prices. The B&G Thrift Store and More has been voted the best thrift discount store in the Lakes area. From truckload sales to outdoor living furniture to thrift items, they cover everything you could possibly want. Shop Monday through Saturday 9 a.m. to 7, Sundays 10 a.m. to 5. The Boys and Girls Thrift Store and More is a proud supporter of all Laker athletics.
Come hang out at the DLCCC. Indoor pool, indoor track, indoor backyard. It's all indoors and ready for you to join. And if you're not sure how to work the equipment or where to start, book a session with a personal trainer. Many classes, many levels. Workouts are an important part of an athlete's career. So whether you're a beginner or advanced, the DLCCC has something here for every level and every age. So get started today. It's a great decision. Check out their Facebook page for classes or call 844-4221. Good luck to all the Laker athletes.
Welcome back live at the Ralph Engelstad Arena in Thief River Falls. It's the Section 8A Championship. Detroit Lakes, the number 3 seed, taking on the Warroad Warriors, the top seed, and always a perennial favorite in the section. The Lakers broke through that big 3 mat. So many times we talk about trying to get through Thief River Falls, East Grand Forks, Warroad. The Lakers have now finally broken in, and now they're in the section championship. Big game, big night for Laker hockey. Regardless, win, lose, or draw, win or lose, it's been a great season for the Lakers here this season.
And part of that, it's building that tradition. It's been a lot of fun for me this week as a Laker alum talking about this team. And whether you're in the bar or at the grocery store, things like that, people are asking about them. Text messages flying with the boys from high school. Text messages talking smack with guys he played with in college, and just having a great time, kind of reliving some of those glory days and getting ready, trying to cheer this Laker hockey team on.
Lakers will go from right to left. Warroad goes from left to right. Lakers in the away red jerseys, red breezers, red socks, red helmets, white numbers, white lettering. The Warriors, of course, in their white jerseys, black breezers. Black and gold is the color scheme for the Warroad Warriors. Offensive zone draw for the Warriors. The Lakers were called for an icing. And that's been our pregame show. It's been brought to you by Snap Fitness in Detroit Lakes. Scoreboard tonight brought to you by BTD Manufacturing. Lakers with numbers through neutral ice. Easton Kennedy gets the puck swiped away by Broden Honfett. Plays it to the corner. Honfett picks it up. Sends it behind the net for Schreiner. Schreiner's pass. Couldn't make it on the tape there of Shagabe. Dumped back in by the Lakers. Into the corner it goes. Honfett wrestled off the puck. Goes to the end boards. Schreiner. Simblick steals for the Lakers. Now Carter Whitworth mixing it up. Played to the corner where Easton Kennedy wins the race to the puck. Kennedy, one of the seniors on this Laker team. All forwards on this top line are seniors, with Whitworth, Simblick, and Easton Kennedy trying to keep their high school careers alive here tonight in the section championship. Winner moves to the state tournament next week. Loser's season comes to an end. Gavin Anderson with a shot as he entered the zone, missed the net. Kept in by the Warriors, played off the stick of Lindbergh. Onto the tape now, a Max Descharme, who outlets it out to Henry Olsen into the offensive zone. Olsen dumps it in on the backhand. It's checked there by Grappentine. Now play to the near side wing where the Warriors will break it out. It's Connor Lund. Sends it in. Lindbergh out of his net. He'll field the puck. Plays it. Try to get it to Sully Broughton. Broken up by the Warriors. They put pressure on here in the offensive zone. Puck flutters off the dasher and then dumped in off the end boards. Lively bounce, and it'll be suffocated there by Griffin Lindbergh, and we'll get a freeze. 15:24 to go in the first period. No score in the section championship game.
Lindbergh went to play that puck out of the net, ran to the official. Official went over there as he froze the puck as he's backing his way into the corner before this drunk had given the apologetic, sorry, man, I got in your way there. But good play by Lindbergh to fire that puck over. Unfortunately, ran to the official there, keeping Lakers hemmed up.
Second line out there for the Lakers, it's Lawson Justison, Sully Broughton, and Henry Olsen. Offensively for the Lakers, it's Max Descharme and Hudson Pettit. The Warriors will regroup by Lindbergh. There was a quick rebound, but he was able to cover it up. And a stoppage with 14:47 to go in the first period with no score.
That's a second quick rebound by Lindbergh there. He's really want to control those rebounds. They're not getting away from him, but that's one thing that this Warroad team is going to be really opportunistic. They see him struggling handling that puck, they're going to be right on him. So he's going to want to make sure he covers those up. And if I'm the coaching staff, I'm going to send one of my defensemen out there. Let him know I want him stopping the puck every
Here's
time
Simblick
he can.
on a break. Simblick on the backhand, and they're going to call a penalty on the Warriors, and the Lakers will go on the power play. Holding penalty coming up on Warroad, Avon Honfett, or it's going to be a hook. They'll call a hook on Honfett as we take a look at it. The Lakers win the defensive zone draw, and they'll just clear it out, and Simblick got behind the defense, and Honfett kind of had that puck parallel with the midsection there of Simblick, and a power play opportunity here for the Lakers. Scoreless here in the first period.
And Simblick being a seasoned veteran out there, this high school ranks, he clamps down a little bit, make sure that penalty gets drawn. Tried to overpower him to net. We'll get to see Lakers power play first time this evening.
So Honfett to the box. Power play for the Lakers. Around 22% entering play here tonight. Warriors will win the defensive zone draw. They'll send it the length of the ice. No icing here, obviously, with the player short. The Warriors kill some time on the power play for the Lakers. So Honfett called for the hooking. Lakers, Bauer Walter threaded it to Rhett Walter, who dumps it into the corner. Warriors pick it up, slap it out of play, and the faceoff will remain in the Laker offensive zone.
That was interesting. It went up high on the glass. It hit one of they got the professional style stanchions where there's no post in between here at Ralph Ingolstadt Arena, but I don't think it went into the crowd. It came back into the field of play here. So interesting call on the stoppage.
Lakers will win the face-off in the offensive zone. Bauer Walter plays it to Will Simbelik to the near side. It's at 1-3-1 power play for the Lakers with Hudson Pettick usually camped out in front. Now Kennedy with a shot and a save by Finn Hansen, his first save of the night. Lakers will keep it in the offensive zone. 1:10 left here in the power play. Simbelik backhands it to Bauer Walter. On his forehand, looking to shoot, takes a shot and blocked by the Warriors and sent the length by Sam Hard.
I don't mind that shot in that situation. There's two guys in front of the goaltender there. Let's get that shot down a little lower. It made an easy block for the Warroad defense.
Lakers regrouping here at neutral ice. Again, hooking penalty on Avon Hontvet. Lakers on the power play. The early stages here in this hockey game. Dumped in by Walter off the stick of Hansen to the corner. Held in by Walter again. Bauer plays it, trying to get it to Simbelik. Nice active stick by the Warriors, Casey Hendrickson. And he gets it out to neutral ice, then dumped in by Connor Lund.
Lakers want to try to limit those long cross-ice passes, especially high in the zone. He had an easier target right to the middle, and then down low would have got the same result that he was shooting for.
Kennedy in the offensive zone. Dying seconds here in the power play. Kennedy on his backhand. The Warriors try to clear. Held in by the Lakers power play unit. Now Justison trying to thread that puck there to Henry Olsen. Kicked by Descharmes. Got a piece of it. Doesn't go the length. Lakers will try to get back in the offensive zone. Time runs out on the power play for the Lakers. Lakers 0 for 1 on the man advantage. Keeping the puck here for a moment now in the offensive zone. Here comes the Warriors' Gavin Anderson. He's dangerous with the puck. Shot goes off the side of the net. Picked up by Lawson Justison in his own zone. Senior second-line center gets it to Carter Whitworth on the right wing. Checked there by Justison. Whitworth gets it back on his tape. Top of the circles. Takes a backhand. Glided away by the goaltender Finn Hansen out to neutral ice where Rhett Walter cross corner dumps it into the offensive zone. 11:57 to go, first period, no score between the Lakers and Warriors here in the section championship as the Warriors will dump it in to the Lakers zone. Hontvet behind the Laker net, lost it. Zimmerman trying to catch up to that puck. Played with a high stick by the Warriors. And the Lakers do touch it, so it's not high sticking. Bender touched that puck. Now Anderson in the offensive zone. His shot was blocked out to neutral ice where Parker Mose has it. Actually, that's Sam Hard with the puck. Directed by Lindbergh into traffic. And the puck ends up going back to the blue line. Pettit shovels it out of the zone and all the way down. This will be no icing as it goes on net. Finn Hansen leaves it for Rappentine for the Warriors. Sam Hard plays it along the left wing. Played out to neutral ice by Chamernick. Lost it. Simbelik tying him up. Played now to the near side where Hank Schlotteroff couldn't catch up to that puck. Dumped back in by the Warriors. Lively bounce off the end boards. Bauer Walter banks it off the boards to Will Simbelik, who awaits at neutral ice. Front of the penalty box, Lakers will get the puck. Simbelik in center circle. He'll look to move it. Now he'll dump it in. 10:43 to go, first period, no score. Warriors in their own zone. They outshoot the Lakers right now 5-1. Shooting the Lakers 5-1. Deflect on the pass. Puck on edge. They're going to call a hand pass. And it's going to be on the Warriors, so it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Lakers with 10:31 left here in the first period.
Really nice patience by Will Simbelik at neutral ice there. He had a couple chances just to throw that puck into the zone without kind of looking. He peeled himself back and then put it where he wanted to put it, giving his chance the most opportunity to suck up some zone time. Unfortunately, that Warroad transition play is so quick. They got the puck down to the other end, but with the hand pass brings us back for an offensive zone draw for the Lakers here with 10:31 remaining in the first period.
Yeah, Will Simbelik has really, the game just seems like it's slowed down for him. This season, and what a great season it's been for him. 14 goals, 37 assists. 100 career points, 102 is where he's currently at for his career. Warriors here get the puck at neutral ice. Ryan Lee takes a shot on net, save as that puck rose up and got Lindbergh kind of up in a shoulder. But he ends up making the save, and we get another stoppage here with 10-10 left here in the first period. Turnover by the Lakers in the neutral zone, Matt.
Then Walter tried to clear that puck real quick. It goes off a Warroad player, comes right back to Lindbergh, and he has to cover that puck up. They got to watch those neutral zone turnovers. That transition game of Warroad, it's going to hurt them. The big thing is this line set that was the line set that was out there. Every time they cross the red line, I want those guys putting that puck below the goal line.
Slap shot taken by Connor Lund, and that puck rose off the end glass as Simblick gets hip checked. Defensive zone. Rhett Walter is just a freshman. Leaves it to big brother Bauer Walter, who's a sophomore. Bauer plays it to the near side for Easton Kennedy. Kennedy got it to the blue line. Picked up now by Whitworth in the offensive zone. Whitworth with a shot. Rebound there. Second chance is in front. Another chance here for Simblick. Back to the blue line for Bauer Walter. Walter with a snapshot. Goes off the blocker of Hansen. Karams to the far side where Rhett Walter holds the zone. Now Simblick finds the puck. Gavin Anderson will slide it out to neutral ice. Good scoring chance for Carter Whitworth. Whitworth back in the offensive zone. Takes a shot. Blocker save again by Hansen. Couple of good looks for Carter Whitworth. He'll go to the bench. Good shift for number 22. Almost halfway through this first period, no score. Warriors dump it in. Sully Broughton awaits for the puck to the near side wing in his defensive zone. Descharme there battling. Lakers come away with it. Easton Kennedy late on his shift. Moves it along the blue line. Gets it in the offensive zone. They stay onside. Kennedy tries to drive to the net. Now behind the net. It's picked up by Henry Olsen, who's really emerged as one of the top players for this Laker team, especially on the penalty kill. Hudson Pettit dumps it in. Puck caroms off the end glass to the near side. Warriors trying to get it out of the zone. Holding there was Descharme, and comes up with the puck and then dumps it back in.
Nice hockey IQ by Kennedy there. He realized that he was number one late in his shift, but he also realized who he was out with. That puck stayed down below the goal line, and he tried to work some offense out of there before getting off the ice and getting the line change.
Warrior fans thought there should have been an interference call on Hudson Pettit. They did not get the call as the Lakers break it out. Lawson Justison dumps it in. Puck rims around all the way out to neutral ice and then shoveled in by the Warriors on goal, and Lindbergh gives it here to Bauer Walter.
Those things are hard to handle sometimes. Like that weird hop, and you're playing shortstop. He had to make that little short hop play.
Out to neutral ice. It's picked up by Hank Schlotteroff. Slid it to Zimmerman, who backhands it into the offensive zone. Third line out there for the Lakers. Warriors out at neutral ice. Schlotteroff falls to the ice. Picked up by Bender, and Zimmerman slides it into the Warriors zone where Ryan Lee collects. Lee slams on the brakes, goes to the far wing. Lee looking to skate it out. Fumbled the puck at neutral ice. It's picked up by Rhett Walter. Walter plays it to Bauer. Bauer looking to outlet diagonally to Zimmerman as that puck goes into the crowd. Deflected by Zimmerman, and we'll have an defensive zone draw likely for the Warriors. As we take a look at the chance by Detroit Lakes, Carter Whitworth, good scoring chance earlier, followed his rebound, and then there's Will Simblick to try to pick that puck up. Shots now closer. It was 6-1 in favor of the Warriors, now 6-5. Warriors still up shot department by 1, but Lakers closing the gap. Broden Honfet off the sideboards and all the way down. No icing, though, as Hudson Pettit will field the puck in his own zone. Gives it off to Easton Kennedy. Lakers out to neutral ice, gain center. They'll backhand it into the offensive zone. Simblick gets to the puck first. Tied up with Schreiner. Play it to the near side wing. Out to neutral. Dumped back in by Max Descharme. Now Broden Honfet. 6'4", 180-pound defender. Captain for this Warrior team. Chance here for Lund, and a save by Lindbergh. Good scoring chance for Connor Lund. Griffin Lindbergh with a big save. Now Kennedy in the offensive zone for the Lakers. He'll circle, lose the puck. The Warriors will pick it up. Mason Reed. This is the second line for this Warrior team that no stranger to putting their name on the score sheet. 20 goals between the three second liners for the Warriors as the Lakers get called for icing, and we'll have a defensive zone draw believe this is a scoring chance here on the replay of the Warriors here. Those long stretch passes, Matt, work out, and case in point there, Griffin Lindbergh making that right leg pad save.
Well, and in that one, it got away from a little bit. Nice to come out. I'm calling for Griffin to come out and play that puck a little bit, help those defensemen out. I think he's got a better opportunity to beat that guy to the puck and move it across than wait for him to come in and make a move on it. Fortunately for him, he took a shot and was easy to make the save for him on that leg.
Chance here for the Warriors in the offensive zone. Wrist shot! That goes over the net and off the end glass and out of play.
Uncharacteristic a little bit, as we talked about earlier. The Warriors are sharpshooters out there. Both those top two lines can shoot the puck. We witnessed it in Detroit Lakes with a 7-goal flurry by this team, but they've missed the net a couple times, missed their opportunities, and some of that is Detroit Lakes is putting some pressure on him. And again, back to Griffin Lindbergh coming way out of the net, heels on the crease there, not giving him anything to shoot at.
Warriors top line stays out. Lakers with a second line. Henry Olsen disrupting as the puck goes out to neutral ice, and the Warriors will regroup. Gavin Anderson enters the offensive zone. Backhand pass to Jackson. Taken out by Sully Broughton. Lakers get it out of the zone. The Warriors will regroup in their own zone as Ryan Lee brings it all the way back behind his own net, and the Warriors will break it out. Anderson in the offensive zone, trying to get past Justison. Pass taken, a shot saved there by Lindbergh. Drop pass for Lee. Warriors threatening here in the offensive zone. Lee back to the blue line for Hontvet. Avon Hontvet. Shot was broken up by Henry Olsen. 5 minutes left here in the first period. Lee back in the zone, gloved by Lindbergh, and a freeze with 4:56 left here in the first period. No score on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard, although the Warriors, Matt, threatening.
You know, they're putting some pressure on, and some of it's coming off of some Laker plays. One of the things that I'm going to be picky here, but Walter goes down. He chases all the way down low in his offensive zone. Stay back, play your position at this point in the game. We don't want to allow any odd man rushes, as we talked about in the keys to the game, and that'll.
Scoring chance again, but another fan by the Warrior offense.
That allowed that Warrior transition. Lakers want to keep, when they get the 2 and 3 lines out there, keep pressing that puck into neutral ice and stay back on D.
Good look for Chamernick in front of the net for the Warriors. Third line out there for the Warriors. Lakers with their top line of Kennedy, Whitworth, and Cymbaluk. Shot from a tough angle. That slides wide. Puck on edge. Cymbaluk will block the shot from the Warriors, and Kennedy gets it out to neutral ice. Kennedy in the offensive zone on his backhand, trying to drive to the net. He's taken out of the play by Broden Onfet. To the corner it goes. Whitworth gets tied up. Picked up by Cymbaluk. Cymbaluk, hard power turn back towards the circle. And it's stolen by the Warriors, Broden Honfet. Honfet, center seam for Chamernick, who dumps it in on goal. Kept alive by Lindbergh to Bender. Brody Bender will dump it in. Zimmerman will give chase. Third line out now for the Lakers. Zimmerman battling in the corner. Lakers in the offensive zone. Riker Zimmerman, nice stick lift. Then a chance for Bender in front, and he couldn't get a hand on it. Now Schlotteroff in his skates. Couple of good looks for the Lakers, but no shots as a result. Behind the net, Schlotteroff, backhand pass. Walter will give the zone. Out to neutral ice, Mason Reed. Now to Connor Lund. He's dangerous. Nice stick move there by Bauer Walter. Cross ice pass, goes to the corner. After it deflected off a couple of skates, Rhett Walter plays it to the near side. Schlotteroff trying to catch up to that puck. Tie-up ensues. Behind the net, the Lakers are now in the defensive zone. Bauer Walter, 3:10 left here, first period. No score in the section championship game. Dumped in by the Warriors. This is icing against the Warriors as they did not gain center line. So an offensive zone draw coming up for the Lakers. How about the third line, Matt? Couple of good looks.
Hey, couple of great looks. But again, being picky, we're in the first period. We'll get a little more positive as we go here, Charles. But they're down there, they're putting all that pressure on down below the hash marks, and then Schlotteroff tries to push that puck up to the D. Keep that puck down, eat it. He's strong on his skates. Schlotteroff's strong on his skates. He works well down below that goal line. That line we want to keep down. We want to keep all those pucks down below the goal line. That's where they were generating their offense from anyway. They don't end up in an on-man rush situation, and that's exactly how that shift ended. 3 great opportunities, but ends in that odd-man rush, and that's not a spot you want to be in with 2 minutes, 55 seconds left in the period.
And in the section championship game, it's all those details, right?
Those tiny little details.
Offensive zone draw for the Lakers to the right of Finn Hansen as the Warriors win the draw in their defensive zone. Gavin Anderson It was Ryan Lee, held in by Sully Broughton. To the corner it goes. The Warriors will pick it up. Avon Honfett behind the net. Sully Broughton gets to it first in the offensive zone. He gets ridden into the boards. Then Justison gets wiped out. Avon Honfett taking him out on the play. Here comes Avon Honfett, the freshman, into the offensive zone. Lost it. Lakers tried to clear. Held in. Gavin Anderson. Stolen by Hudson Pettit. Tie up in the corner. Pettit move it back behind the net. There's a loose stick on the ice as well. Pettit will flip it out to neutral ice. It's gloved by Broden Honfett. He'll play it to Avon Honfett. Cross ice pass could not connect with Roderick Jackson as the Lakers will play it back out to neutral ice. Regroup by Broden Honfett to Avon. One-timer by the Warriors and a save by Lindbergh. 1:55 left here in the first period. No score here in the Section 8A Championship, as the Warriors have an offensive zone draw. Again, we look through the history book, Matt, and so many of these section championship games are determined by one goal. And it's going to be likely that determination here tonight as well. Close game, at least here in the first period.
And, well, that's what we're rooting for, right? We want to see a nice, real good hockey game, and so far we're seeing it.
Here's a chance for Will Simblick in the offensive zone. He gets checked to the far half boards. Lakers in the offensive zone, though. 5 shots so far on goal for the Lakers. As the scrum ensues, Honfett comes away with it, gives it to Schreiner behind the net. Warriors break it out. They're so quick on that breakout, as Lund will send it in on goal. Backhand, blockered away by Lindbergh out of play, and we get a stoppage here with 1:28 left here in the first period. So, defensive zone draw for the Lakers. Looking around the Ralph Fingelstead Arena here, a lot of Laker fans made the trip up 59.
Well, and you know both these teams are going to travel well for this to watch their section final game. But Detroit Lakes, and as you know, you follow the Lakers more than anybody else in this community. And any time that there's a big game, that the community gets behind these Laker athletes. And I tell you what, they all travel well.
Chance here for the Warriors on net, and a save by Lindbergh. So he went across his body and gloved that puck. And we get a stoppage here. 1:09 left here in the first period.
Speaking of fans, right behind him there, you got the Lakers student section there cheering on Lindbergh. So I've seen a few old faces in the crowd. A lot of Laker alum here tonight. It was fun visiting with them before the game.
Face off to the left of Lindbergh. Justison to take the draw against Ryan Shagabe. Lakers win the draw. They'll send it the length. Another defensive zone draw coming up.
I got the Lakers doubling up on draw wins on my little tally sheet over here, Charlie, which is a big deal. We've talked about that all season. Again, the little things that'll take you over the edge here. Even though they iced the puck out of there, that's all right. It's got 200 feet away from their net. We'll take that with a minute left in this period.
Another face-off attempt here. Lawson Justison, one of the seniors on this Laker team, so good on that face-off dot. Lakers do control the draw. Bauer Walter gives to Hudson Pettit. 1 minute left here in the first period. Scoreless through 16 minutes. We'll see what this last minute has in store for us as Lindbergh leaves it for Hudson Pettit behind the net. Backhanded to Lawson Justison. Lakers will get it out to neutral ice. Picked up by Henry Olsen at center. And then dumped back in by the Warriors after they gain possession. Lawson Justison gains center. Sends it into the offensive zone. Sully Broughton trying to reach for that puck. The Warriors will take it away. Here's Gavin Anderson. Anderson in the offensive zone. The sniper lost the puck, and it's Laker possession. Here comes Hudson Pettit out to neutral ice. On his knees, trying to dump it in. Gets taken out on the play. Ryan Lee. It's the loose puck, and Anderson back into the offensive zone. Anderson, tough angle look. Puck rose up on it, and they say it was tipped by the Lakers, and the puck goes out of play with 4 seconds left.
I'd like to see a replay on that. It looked like it was the wrong club.
Grab the sandwich.
Oh. It raised awful high to not be a tip, but it sure didn't look like anybody got their stick on it.
Kennedy to take the draw against Roderick Jackson. 4.2 left here in the first period. Linesman getting the teams all straightened out here in the face-off dot. Tie-up ensues. Walter gets the puck, and the end of the first period We are scoreless after one here in the Section 8A championship game. The Lakers and the Warriors, 0-0 our score after one period of play. Coming up, our U-Motors intermission report right here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Voice of Alexandria.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
Saving energy and money go hand in hand, and Detroit Lakes Public Utilities is here to help you do both. Their Bright Energy Solutions program offers cash rebates on energy-efficient products that can help make your home more comfortable, reduce energy costs, and protect the environment, all while saving you money. From Energy Star appliance upgrades to advanced heating and cooling systems, there's plenty of opportunities to make a meaningful change in 2025. Learn all the ways you can save this year by contacting Detroit Lakes Public Utilities or visit BrightEnergySolutions.com.
When the snow flies, your golf game doesn't have to go into hibernation. Swing into the 19th hole simulator at Forest Hills Resort, your warm, cozy escape all holiday season long. Keep your swing sharp on some of the best courses in the country, all without leaving town. Bring friends, hang out over holiday breaks, and make it a tradition. And grab Black Diamond at Forest Hills Christmas gift cards, the perfect gift for the golfer in your life. So tee up good times this winter at the Forest Hills Resort 19th hole simulator.
Welcome to Muscatel GMC in Detroit Lakes. Ask about rebates and incentives available now. GMC, dedicated to American ingenuity. Looking for roomy comfort and convenience? Designed for serious capability. Muscatel's built on trust.
Ready to crush your fitness goals? Snap Fitness Detroit Lakes has your back with 24/7 access, high-quality strength and cardio equipment, top-tier functional training, and a supportive community. And don't miss their group classes led by Coach Carly. She brings the motivation you need to every workout. Join him at 1315 Highway 10 West or call 218-844-3822. That's 844-3822. Call today. Snap Fitness Detroit Lakes. Move your body, fuel your mood. A proud supporter of Laker Athletics.
Looking for trusted appliances with hometown service? D&D Repair and Appliance is your full-service, family-owned appliance store, proudly serving the Lakes region for over 35 years. They carry KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, brands you know and trust. Plus, they offer delivery and installation so you can shop local and get it delivered right to your home. Visit them at 1050 Highway 59 South, because when you choose D&D Repair and Appliance, now you're talking value.
Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't make it better for the people we care about. At Weber Family Motors, that's our family and our team, and also the customers who have been shopping with us since 2007. That's why we've made our Pro-Certified Unlimited Mile program complimentary for every eligible new and pre-owned vehicle. So you get one less thing to worry about. Visit our showroom on Highway 10 West next to Menards or browse online at WeberFamilyMotors.com. Weber Pro Certified. Drive home.
It's the dead of a Minnesota winter, but in your head, you're ripping trails, throwing dirt, and chasing the next turn. Mud on the tires, miles ahead, and that feeling you only get when you're on the trails. That's why right now's the time to plan your riding season with J&K Marine and CF Moto. Get ready for long rides, rough trails, and pure freedom, because when the snow melts, you don't want to be waiting. Sure, Minnesota winters are fun, but nothing beats ripping through the dirt. Summer riding is for living. See all the CF Motos at J&K Marine.
And welcome back inside the Ralph Engelstad Arena. It's the Section 8A Championship here in boys hockey. Detroit Lakes, the 3 seed, taking on the top-seeded Warroad Warriors. And after one period of play, Detroit Lakes and Warroad scoreless. After one, shots in favor of the Warroad Warriors, 11-5. There was one penalty called in that first period. Avon Hontvet was called for hooking. Around 14 minutes left in that first period. Matt, it did feel like the Warriors came out a little bit stronger. At one point, the shots were 6-1 in favor of the Warriors. After that power play, things evened out a little bit more, and the Lakers started to get some scoring chances. Saw some good looks from the Lakers, but still being outshot 11-5.
yeah, sometimes you got to look at the penalties. You got to think a little differently sometimes on the penalty. Coach Saratori at Bemidji State used to say, hey, when we get a penalty, even if we don't score on it, it was 2 minutes of the game that a really good hockey team was 200 feet away from our goaltender. So you got to look at the positives. You didn't get the outcome that you wanted, but you slowed that Warroad team down. You took them out of their stride a little bit by drawing that penalty, and were able. And then for the positive note of for the Lakers, as we know, this power play is really working well for the Laker team. Yeah, they didn't get a goal out of it, but they controlled the puck for a good 2 minutes of that game. They kept the puck down in their zone. They had some zone time, and then were able to work off of that. And as you saw, after that penalty was killed off, they kept that pressure off for another 4, 5, 6 minutes before that transition game of the Warroad Warriors started to come back alive again towards the end of that period.
Some good looks for the Lakers. Saw Carter Whitworth with a couple of good chances. I like the way he took over control of the puck. There was kind of a scrum right as they entered the offensive zone. He took charge, got the puck, and got a shot on net, followed his shot up with a rebound chance. We also saw the Laker third line get in the mix as well. Brody Bender, Hank Schlotteroff, Riker Zimmerman, Henry Olsen with a number of block shots. And Matt, you talked about the face-off winning tonight from the Lakers. Lawson Justison, he's doing a nice job in the dot as well. And again, all of those little things, Matt, are going to mean so much in the end.
And like we talked about, we just saw off the air a little bit, I said neither team's even breathing hard yet. And we had a pretty hard-fought first period there. So the best is yet to come in this hockey game. But you are 100% correct. It's all going to be all the little things for the Lakers. They're one of those teams that they're not quite deep enough to have someone take a shift off or make just the one wrong decision on throwing the puck up to the D or turning it over in neutral when I could have got it down below the goal line. They've got to come out and play that perfect game. Where Warroad, because of how their transition game works, they can catch a team off stride and move that puck through neutral so quick, and it doesn't and maybe make a mistake or a flub of the puck, and next thing you know, it's still continuing forward, and they get that shot on net anyway. So for the Lakers, it's going to be all the little things. They're going to have to align for them, and they just need to keep working at it. I think if I was going in the locker room and I'm Coach Noah, I'm going to look at the board and go, not a lot we need to change, fellas. I'm going to be looking at my center breakout a little bit, as we saw that Warroad team is coming down, but there hasn't been a lot of breakout opportunities for the Lakers. They've just picked up pucks. Very nice as they've kept their defensive gaps. How many times have we seen Warroad turn over a puck with a nice stick by the Lakers or a nice body play by the Lakers above the tops of the circles there, and that's allowing the Lakers to get their transitional game going a little bit as well.
I want to thank all of our playoff sponsors and all of our regular season sponsors as well, but our playoff sponsors who jumped on: Dow Acoustics, Funds Access ATMs, Bender Chiropractic, the Arena, Bierke Agency with American Family Insurance in Detroit Lakes, Apex Engineering, Blue Cross, Chris Simbulik, Ecumen Detroit Lakes. Again, thanks to all our regular season sponsors as well. We appreciate you. Second period coming up in just moments. Our U-Motors Intermission Report will continue after this. We'll get to our Sales Up Spotlight after this as our U-Motors Intermission Report continues right here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Voice of Alexandria.
Sanford Clinic of Detroit Lakes wants to wish the Lakers good luck in the high school sports season. Sanford Clinic of Detroit Lakes salutes Laker sports and its great tradition. The Lakers have shown us how hard work, dedication, and teamwork is what it takes to succeed. At Sanford Clinic, they resemble those of the athletes with passion, courage, and strength. Sanford Health, Detroit Lakes, open Monday through Saturday, 218-846-2000.
Good luck, Lakers, from Bluebird Books in Detroit Lakes. Bluebird Books carries new books for all ages and interests. They also have a great assortment of local art, candles, cards, candy, and many other gift items. Their friendly and experienced staff can help with book recommendations for yourself or for a gift. And if they don't have the book you're looking for, they'd be happy to order it for you. Bluebird Books is open 7 days a week, located on Washington, downtown Detroit Lakes, and online at www.bluebirdbooks.store.
Principal Mortgage Group Incorporated, number 194185, a locally owned mortgage broker committed to providing clients with excellent customer service, combined with competitive mortgage rates. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, purchasing or building your dream home, refinancing an outstanding mortgage, consolidating debt, our highly experienced team of mortgage professionals can help make your dreams come true. Contact Craig, NMLS number 195006, Rob, NMLS number 320509, or Julia, NMLS 537109 at 844-7466.
Are you tired of impersonal service and surprise fees from your bank? Time to change that, and fast. Just open your new checking account at Bell Bank, in person or online. It's America's best checking, and we'll work with you to make your switch as smooth as possible. Get started at bell.bank/easy. Already a happy Bell customer? Tell a friend. Once they switch, you'll both get $50. Bell Bank, member FDIC. Bonus will be deposited within 5 business days after qualifications are met. $50 minimum deposit to open.
A Foltz building speaks for itself, but our customers say it best. This is Nick Bowers with Foltz Buildings in Detroit Lakes. From garages to commercial spaces, machine storage to toy storage, our experienced team delivers top quality construction tailored to your needs. See our work firsthand. Visit our models any day of the week on Highway 10 West in Detroit Lakes. Call 218-847-3281 for a free estimate. And read real customer reviews at foltzbuildings.com.
From the first Little Laker to the now Senior Lakers, Lake Sports Shop has been equipping those kids with the best and safest equipment in the Lakes area. Lake Sports Shop in Detroit Lakes, also proud to be the best location for hunting gear, winter gear, summer water toys, birthday gifts, holiday gifts, and just your all-around Lake Sports Shop. Good luck to all of the Laker athletes, whether you're just starting out or now seniors. Lake Sports Shop in Detroit Lakes, a proud sponsor of all Laker athletes. Lake Shirts has been named the Lakes area's best place to work for years now, and with good reason. Friendly people, casual dress, flexible scheduling, great profit sharing, and dogs at work are just a few of the ways that Lake Shirts stands out. And Lake Shirts is currently looking for great people like you to join their team for part-time and full-time positions. Check out all of the current openings at lakeshirts.com and come see why life's better in a t-shirt. Lake Shirts, a proud sponsor of Laker Sports.
Fall is the season of cozy nights, crisp mornings, and gathering where it feels most like home. Why not find your happy place right where the leaves fall? Whether it's a cabin at the lake or your forever family home, My Kind of Bank makes it easy. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and friendly local experts, they'll guide you through every step of the home buying journey. Buying, refinancing, or upgrading, My Kind of Bank is ready when you are. Visit mykindofbank.com or stop by today. First National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
And welcome back here to the Ralph Engelstead Arena in Thief River Falls. It's the Section 8A Championship. Warroad and Detroit Lakes battling. No score after one period of play. Before we get to second period action, let's get to our Sales Up Spotlight. It's brought to you by Detroit Lakes Schools. We're highlighting students that rise to the top and inspire others across all areas of school life. This week's Sales Up Spotlight is Carter Hanks. Carter is a senior at DLHS. He has achieved a high academic GPA, volunteers in the community, and is involved in boxing. Some comments about what Carter has accomplished. Carter has been an awesome student, member of the community. He also works at Minnesota Flyers Gym as a ninja coach, the after-school care at Roosevelt, and with Yes Network with Mike Labine. His attentiveness to both his classmates and those he works with is unmatched. He's a rare breed with combinations of empathy, determined attitude, attentiveness, politeness, and overall kind demeanor. Carter Hanks, our Sales Up Spotlight. We're celebrating Lakers, riding the waves of excellence, brought to you by Detroit Lakes Schools. Carter Hanks, a standout student leading the way through hard work and heart. And if you know someone you want to nominate, an organization or a group, you can go to lakestv3.com, click on the Sales Up Spotlight image, and that'll take you to a quick and easy submission form. Type in the name of the nominee along with their grade, accomplishments, and comments about the student or group. You can also upload your photos. lakestv3.com. It's a Sales Up Spotlight brought to you by Detroit Lakes Schools. Carter Hanks, this week's Sales Up Spotlight. Team's back out on the ice, ready for face-off. Oh, we have an updated score. There's girls basketball tonight, and Detroit Lakes girls basketball taking on Sartell. And at the half, the Lakers down by 3 points, 30-27. If the Lakers win tonight, they'll likely play Little Falls on Saturday. We'll have that game for you on KDLM. So Detroit Lakes girls basketball battling in a 4 versus 5 matchup. All right, Matt, second period. We switched sides. What do you want to see here in the second period?
Well, I want to see more of the same out of the Lakers. Turn up the notch a little bit. I like I said, I don't see any of the Laker players even breathing hard yet. The back checking is there. But what I want to see is those good tight gaps continue. That helps that back check performance. And for the Warriors, I tell you what, they want to slow this. They're trying to control this game. That's their game. As I watch some film on these guys too, they want to play more of a double-A style game, pick that puck up behind the net, all controlled up the rink. And the Lakers so far have been foiling that plan.
Warriors win the draw. We start 5-on-5 here in the second period. Warriors go from right to left as we see it. Lakers from left to right. Warriors in the offensive zone. Ryan Shagabe's pass was intended for Anderson, stolen by the Lakers. In transition, Will Simbulik gains the blue line, gives to Kennedy on his backhand, goes forehand, trying to feed it to Whitworth, couldn't connect. Warriors go back the other way. This is Wesley Schreiner. Schreiner in the offensive zone. He's playing up from the defensive position. Gives it, and what a save by Lindberg! Great look for Roderick Jackson! But Griffin Lindberg with a great save. Warriors now in the offensive zone again. Shagabe backhand feed, broken up by Whitworth off the boards, out to neutral by Kennedy. Into the offensive zone, he jumps around Sam Hard. To the corner, Kennedy battling. The near side, good pressure on the forecheck by the Lakers. Olsen and Sully Broughton collide. Warriors will regroup. Minute into this second period, what a game. Offensive zone, Warriors are out to neutral ice. Warriors couldn't keep possession. Now it's picked up by Warroad. They'll go D to D. Sam Hard. Near side. Ooh, Warriors almost had too many players on the ice. Dumped in along the end boards. And second period means a long change for both sides. Sometimes means there's a chance for odd man rushes. Center circle. Warriors try to gain the zone. Poke checked away. Sully Broughton. Picked up now by Bauer Walter. Walter trying to feed it to Justison on his backhand, dumped in.
On those little things, we just played about 30 seconds within 3 feet of the Lakers' blue line, and the Lakers win that battle. And that's going to be so important as this game goes on. Just little chip shots just to get it out of the zone, and that takes that Warroad transition out of pace.
Dumped in here by the Warriors. Lindberg out of his net, leaves it for his defense. Hudson Pettit. He had the first goal in the game against East Grand Forks in the section semifinals. Lakers made it to this game by beating Bagley 5-1 in the quarters. Semifinal win against East Grand Forks 3-1. Warroad outscored their opponents to this point 24-1. They beat Park Rapids 16-0 and then beat Thief River Falls 8-1 in the section semifinals. Take a look at the save by Griffin Lindberg on our YouTube stream. Was this as good as I thought it was? Hey, it was. Lindberg anticipated that shot, that pass to go across, read it all the way, makes a big right leg pad save.
And part of that game was Simbulik joining in as Warroad came with that rush. We had a 3-man front that Warroad had to beat and move and maneuver through, which only allowed one pass option for the Warroad offense. That gave Griffin Lindberg a great opportunity to anticipate that pass across the front of the goal mouth.
Turnover by the Lakers in the defensive zone. Shot towards the goal. Bouncing puck. It's still in the slot. Warriors score! Warroad strikes first. It's Ryan Chamernick with his second goal of the season. It's the first goal of the game. The Warriors jump out 1-0. Turnover by the Lakers in their defensive zone results in a scoring chance.
And that's one of those little things. They had an opportunity to clear the puck there. They didn't do it and left those two bouncing pucks right in front. And then you got to go back at little old school hockey. If you're going to stand in front of the net, you got to start knocking some guys down. Everybody was chipping for the puck, and no one put anybody on their rear end. That's in front of the net. If you're in the defensive end and you don't have that puck on your tape and you're between those hash marks, you start putting people on their butts. But the Lakers, the puck bounced around. Warriors, as we know, they're going to take advantage of any small mistakes like that. As we talked about, section final hockey game, they've been there before, and they made that shot count, beating Griffin Lindberg, put them up 1-0 with 14 minutes left.
And the Lakers going to go on a penalty kill here. They get called for a tripping penalty. Bauer Walter is going to go to the box to serve a 2-minute minor for tripping as we take a look at the replay here. Walter behind the net. This is kind of earlier in that sequence. He's kind of reached out with his stick and tangled up the legs of the Warrior player. So power play chance here for the Warriors.
And as we know, this penalty kill by the Lakers is pretty stout, so they've got to hold to that here and try to weather this storm.
Chamernick gets the goal. Lee with the assist. 2:39 of the second period, the time of the goal for Ryan Chamernick, his second goal of the season, third-line centerman, as a glove save here by Lindberg. And we'll get a stop here. 13:42 left here in the second period. 20 seconds have gone by on the Bauer-Walter tripping penalty. So the Warriors, looks like they've got 3 players up top of the circles to the blue line. At least that's what they were set up there. We'll see. I want to set it up here. Shagabe will take the draw. Gavin Anderson and Roderick Jackson, the forwards. Off the glass and out of the zone by the Lakers, Rhett Walter. On net, Hansen leaves it for his defense, Broden Honfet. Honfet gears up, brings it through neutral ice. Now passes the puck to the right wing for Shagabe. Drop pass for Jackson. Shot taken, saved by Lindberg. Rebound picked up by Pettit and sent the length of the ice.
And that's what I'm talking about there, Pettit. It's bouncing a little bit. He feels it, has a little patience. They're just whacking at it. Make sure it settles down enough that he can send it the length of the ice.
Minute 4 seconds left here on the power play for the Warriors. Shagabe drives to the net, and it's covered up by Lindberg. Never really got a shot off, but drove to the net and left right on the doorstep. Lindberg not taking any chances, gets the freeze.
And halfway through this power play, Lakers are continuing to win faceoffs and are able to get those draws out of the zone.
Keep the Shagabe line out. Face-off one back to Avon Honfet to Broden Honfet. Back to Avon from the right circle. Wrist shot. Missed the net off the end glass to the near side. Held in the zone. Gavin Anderson. Now to Broden. Shot blocked by Simbulik. Bouncing puck in the corner. Tie up. Warriors get the puck now. They'll play it to the top of the circles to Avon Honfet. Bottom of the circles for Shagabe. Nice saucer pass back to Avon. Wrist shot. Goal! Broden Honfet scores, and it's 2-0 Warriors. Broden Honfet with his 8th goal of the season makes it 2-0 with 12:32 left in the second period.
As we've talked about, this Warroad team can shoot. I'll tell you what, when you give someone that much time in there, they're going to find it. They're going to pick a corner. Now the Lakers have some work to do. One thing that I understand that we've got this Warroad offense is pretty salty, but one thing that got the Lakers to this point is their really overly aggressive power play, and they were allowing Warroad to kind of pick them apart and move that puck up top. Start to pressure, start to tighten those gaps. What they allowed Warroad to do is close in on their goaltender, and that got that shot in nice and tight and able to beat Lindberg up top.
Honfet had all day to shoot that puck, and he picks the top corner, gets the goal. 2-0 our score. So 2 minutes after the first goal, Ryan Chamernick's goal, Broden Honfet gets a power play goal, and it's all Warroad now. 2-0 here in the second period. Warriors trying to threaten again, but Henry Olsen gets a steal, gets it out to neutral ice, dumped back in by Grappentine. Shagabe gets the assist on the Honfet goal. Shot that goes off the skate of a Laker to the far half boards. Sully Broughton gives to Lawson Justison. Lakers down 2-0 here in the section championship. Still plenty of time though. 11:35 left here in the second period. Near side, Descharmes. Bouncing puck over the stick of Henry Olsen. Behind the net, Grappentine will play it along the far boards. Picked up by Pettit, diagonally across into the offensive zone. Sam Hard for the Warriors, collects. Forehand pass goes to Connor Lund. Lund gains center, dumps it in. Puck bounces off the end boards to Max Descharmes, who backhands it out to neutral ice where Will Simbulik collects. Simbulik gains center, dumps it in. Kennedy will give chase, dump and chase here. Far boards it goes. Warriors get to the puck first. This is Wyatt Samuelson. He'll dump it in. That Chamernick line out. They scored the game's first goal. The third line for the Warriors, cashing in the first goal of this game. Samuelson trying to pass that puck to Honfet. Stolen, and now Kennedy will get it out of the zone. Gains center and then dumps it in. Kennedy kind of tangled up with. Puck now ends up to the near side wing. Descharmes backhands. Bouncing puck. Pettit couldn't play it cleanly. Now Whitworth gets the puck. Here's a chance for Kennedy in the offensive zone. One-on-one with the defense. Kennedy on his backhand. Tried to send a shot on goal. He gets ridden into. Now back to Rhett Walter. One-timer saved by Hansen. Scoring chance there for Rhett Walter. Blocker saved by Finn Hansen. Laker fans thought perhaps there should have been a penalty on the Warriors as Easton Kennedy was hit hard. Now a penalty is going to be called on the Warriors as Ryan Shagabe is going to go to the box for head contact. And we'll see here if it's a 2-minute minor or if it's anything larger than that. So Shagabe to the box. Big penalty here. Pettit was on the receiving end of this hit. Kind of in a vulnerable spot there was Pettit as he kind of had his back towards Shagabe. And it's just going to be a 2-minute minor against the Warriors' Shagabe.
I think if they're going to give a penalty at all, it should be a 2-minute minor. That's Section 8 hockey. As we saw down at the other end, no call on that hard hit. Kennedy was shaken up on that. I'm hoping he can recover from that, get him back out on the rink here for the face-off. But he was shaken up a little bit. He got hit hard down below the goal line.
Lakers on the power play, second time tonight. They're 0 for 1 on the power play so far. Simbulik to Walter to Kennedy. Kennedy, shot was blocked. Warrior player without a stick. Now to Simbulik. Simbulik down to the bottom of the circles for Rhett Walter. Try to go short side off the side of the net. Warriors will play it off the glass and out of the zone. Lindbergh out of his net. Slowed that puck up here for Bauer Walter. Power play for the Lakers. And Shagabe, top players for this Warrior team, sitting in the box. 2-minute minor for head contact. Kennedy to Walter. Bauer gains center, dumps it in. Warriors get to the puck first on the penalty kill. Play it out to the blue line and out of the zone. Walter gives to Rhett Walter. Bouncing puck to the near side. Kennedy has it. Lakers come in onside. Drop pass for Pettit. Pettit from the right circle. Wrist shot. Save. Follows his shot. Try to knife at it. Warriors will steal it and flip it off the glass and out of the zone. 45 seconds left on the power play. Lakers trailing 2-0. 8:45 left here in the second period. Disconnect there as the Warriors will steal the puck and send it the length. Down to 35 seconds on the power play. Walter behind the net for the Lakers. Big spot in this hockey game. Detroit Lakes, if they're going to claw back in, they got to take advantage of these power plays. Hotvet in his own zone, wraps around the boards. Held in by Carter Whitworth at the blue line. Whitworth, shot was blocked off of a knee pad into the mesh netting. And a stoppage here with 8:21 left here in the second period. 18 seconds left on the power play for Detroit Lakes.
By the looks of this Warroad team, one of the things that as you can see, this penalty kill by Warroad is far more aggressive than the Lakers on the other end. And we've talked about how aggressive that Laker kill has been throughout the season. So they're really pressing this Laker team and taking pucks away and icing them down. You know, one thing that I'm going to guess was talked about in that locker room.
Oh!
And you can see it.
Yeah, that's definitely a penalty.
You can see it from here. This Warroad team was instructed to go out and start playing physical hockey and dismantle this Laker team. They're going to take some penalties this period because they can.
Henry Olsen, that was away from the puck here as Olsen gets checked. Warrior player Wesley Schreiner didn't have the puck. It was a run from the blue line, and the officials are going to talk about it here. That was definitely a target.
Did the pass play get out to him? It looked like he was receiving the pass, and he took a long run at him, but there's no question about that. But
I don't think he ever had control of the puck. It was in his vicinity, but let's see what they're going to call here. Lawson Justison, one of the Laker captains, over talking to the official.
Again, I'd like to see that one again. Again, a Section 8 hockey.
Here it is,
we get real physical, and I don't, here comes that puck. We'll regroup down below. Lindbergh plays it. We move that puck up to him. There he's receiving the puck, and El Smacko.
I think it was more the run at Olsen, and Coach Noah is talking to the officials
he
right now.
He took 3-4 hard strides. I get it. I understand the rule, and I get it.
Penalty.
But, the hard physical hockey, like I said, by the looks of what's happening here in this period, that was the discussion in the Warroad locker room. They're going to slow us up. They're going to get in our way. They're going to take our transition game and disrupt the rhythm a little bit. Well, let's start playing a little more physical.
So Coach Noah was lobbying his case with the official, and now Coach Hardwick is going to lobby his case. They still have yet to put the penalty on the scoreboard. And just by given the length of this discussion, is it a matter of whether it's a major penalty or if it's just a 2-minute minor? Still have yet to get the power play or the penalty on the scoreboard here. See what the public address announcer says here in a moment. We're going to stay 5-on-4. Warriors are full strength. Oh, Whitworth was called for a penalty too. So Whitworth was called for a coincidental minor with Schreiner. So Whitworth called for a slashing penalty. So it's a coincidental minor, so we're going to stay 5-on-5. And that's why Coach Noah was having a long discussion with the officials as to why Whitworth was in the box. And he's going to get called for the slashing. So 5-on-5 here, coincidental minors. We're going to get an icing call against the Lakers. 7:19 left here in the second period. So it's Schreiner and Whitworth in the penalty boxes. And Lakers here in the defensive zone. They were not able to cash in on their power play chance after the Shagabe was called for a head contact penalty. Lakers not able to get much for offense. They did get a shot or two, but that was the extent of the offense for the Lakers. Good clearing by the Warriors when they were a player short. Warriors here, 5-on-5 shot taken. That misses the net. Shot was taken by Avon Honfett. Near corner it goes. Wyatt Samuelson gets it back to Ryan Lee. Wrapped around the boards for Humanek. Humanek fires a shot, misses the net off the end boards. Warriors will pick it up. Under 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Warriors in the offensive zone. Honfett shot broken up by Olsen. Still in front of the net. Another scrum, gloved here by the Warrior player. Another chance here for the Warriors in front, and puck goes to the corner. Another shot, this time from the blue line. Rebound chance! And Lindbergh will cover up, keeping this game at 2-0. Griffin Lindbergh giving his team a rest after a breakdown in front of his net.
And what started that breakdown was, again, the lack of physicality right in that slot area. Fortunately for the Lakers, towards the end of that, when Lindbergh was going for the cover-up, they started to knock some guys down. They've got to really be careful of that. Find the body first, find the puck second, and that's what's going to take to get this Lakers to get the dig out of this hole.
There's going to be a penalty on the Warriors. They're going to get called for tripping. So another power play chance here for the Lakers. They're 0 for 2 so far. See if they can change that here with another power play opportunity.
Lund upset with himself there. They just got tangled up a little bit, but no question about it. That's the definition of a trip. Bad time to take it when you're in your offensive zone.
6:28 left here in the second period. Connor Lund called for tripping. Face off here in the offensive zone for the Lakers. Easton Kennedy to take the draw. Matched up against Ryan Shagabe. Face off controlled by the Lakers. Pettit gets it back to Bauer Walter. 2-0 our score. Walter pass in front. Chance and no goal. Somehow Finn Hansen made a save. How did he keep that puck from going in? Hudson Pettit right there on the doorstep. So we take a look at it on replay. Really a good look here for Detroit Lakes. Probably their best scoring chance of the night. Bauer Walter trying to pass that puck, trying to feed it to the back door. Pettit had a couple of whacks at it, but Finn Hansen makes a save. Simbulik gloved here by Kennedy. Held in the offensive zone. Kennedy lost the puck. It goes out to neutral ice and all the way down. Lakers in their own zone. Bauer Walter. 6 minutes left here in the second period. Detroit Lakes down 2-0 here in the section championship game. Winner moves to state tournament. Loser season comes to an end. Simbulik drops it to Kennedy along the near wing. Kennedy trying to feed it to Simbulik. It's stolen by the Warriors and sent the length by Grapentine.
Actually, puck went into the Laker bench there, so it came out of the zone by Grapentine. So we'll get an offensive zone face-off here. That's good for the Lakers.
Offensive zone draw to the left of Finn Hansen, who made a stellar save moments ago on Hudson Pettit. Simbulik to take the draw.
Face-off controlled by the Warriors. Honfett played around the boards to Bauer Walter, and out of the zone. Warriors get to that puck first. Casey Hendrickson gets it into the Lakers zone. 1 minute left in the power play for the Lakers. 5:28 left here in the second period. Detroit Lakes down 2-0. Kennedy, Walter, Pettit, offensive zone, Lakers. Pettit with it still. Gives to Cymbaluk. Cymbaluk to Bauer Walter in the high slot. Now to Kennedy. Shot was blocked by Honfett. And the puck will ricochet back into the Laker defensive zone where it's picked up by Bauer Walter. 35 seconds on the power play, 5 minutes to go in the second period. Good speed by Cymbaluk through neutral ice. Gains the offensive zone. Lost the puck, and it's cleared again by the Warriors, and that should pretty much do it for the power play. One last rush, perhaps, for the Lakers, as they'll collect. Walter behind the net. Late stages of the power play. Lakers 0 for 2 so far, looking like they'll go 0 for 3 on the man advantage. Still some time remaining. Sully Broughton tied up in the corner here in the offensive zone. In the skates, Warriors back at full strength. 5-on-5 hockey. Warriors come away with the puck. Gavin Anderson, cross-ice pass, given to Connor Lund, fresh from the penalty box. Lund behind the net of the Lakers. Lost it, now gives it back to Sam Hard. Hard with a shot, save, loose, still in front, and it's covered up by Lindberg. And a stoppage here with 4:06 left in the second. 2-0, Warroad leads. So another power play for the Lakers, Matt, and Detroit Lakes unable to take advantage. Now 0 for 3 on the power play, but I thought that was the best chance that they've had tonight on the power play. Some good looks.
They were just unable to sustain any pressure because of the pressure that Warroad was putting on them defensively. They're giving them no room to work around with the puck.
Kick Warroad out of the box here, or out of the face-off dot. And linesman being very picky tonight on the face-off draws. It'll be Humanick to take the draw now for Warroad. Face-off controlled by the Warriors. Lakers, though, steal. Sully Broughton out to neutral ice. Skated it to the blue line, lost it there, and then dumped in by the Lakers. No icing, though. The Warriors will touch up here in their own zone. Rapentine. So puck to the far wing for Samuelson. Backhanded by Descharmes. Dumped in by Henry Olsen. Lakers will go for a line change. Kennedy line back out. 3:38 left here in the second. 2-0 our score. Warroad leading Detroit Lakes here in the section championship game. 2 goals here this period by Warroad. A shot that misses the net, taken by Samuelson. Gets it back on his tape. Kennedy steals from him. Gives to Descharmes. Max Descharmes try to pass it out. Good physical play here by the Warriors. Casey Hendrickson played that puck, then it's dumped in deep by Honfett. Shoveled out by Pettit. And the Warriors will play it circle to circle in their defensive zone. Wesley Schreiner. Diagonal pass, cross ice here for Lund. Lund, as he entered the zone, takes a shot. Blocker save. Big rebound. Picked up by Carter Whitworth, who skates by the puck. Dumped back in by the Warriors. Lindberg leaves it for Pettit. Off the glass, out to Whitworth at neutral ice. He'll pick his head up and then dump it in. Cymbaluk gets to it first. Give it to Kennedy. Kennedy, the Warriors have done a nice job negating Easton Kennedy offensively here tonight, Matt. We haven't seen the chances that we normally see from that top line.
Well, it's that physical play. This Warrior, we saw them. As Coach Lane said, these kids got to get settled in a little bit, and they never really got settled in. They were getting there through that first period. Coming out for the second, I fully expected to see that settle in, start to make some plays, and that's when the Warriors decided, hey, we're going to come out and start knocking some heads around, really playing a good physical hockey game this second period, and it's taken those opportunities that the Lakers generally get with their speed of Kennedy and Cymbaluk. It's taking them off of their stride and not allowing them to get in the rhythm that they usually get into by this point of the game.
Late stages here in this second period. Time winding down to a minute 33 left here in the second period. 2-0, Warroad leading. Puck poked along. This is going to be icing here on the Lakers. Wow, that's tight as the Lakers will have a defensive zone draw coming up. A minute 28 left here in the second period. Henry Olsen thought that he had, on his follow-through, played the puck across the center line, which then would not be icing, but instead they do call the icing. We'll have a defensive zone draw. Kennedy to take the draw against Casey Hendrickson of Warroad. Face-off won by Hendrickson. He taps forward. Lakers got away with a hook there. Easton Kennedy. As the Lakers get it out to neutral ice. A big check, Simbulik. Here at neutral ice. D-to-D pass, Sam Hard. He'll pass it along to Mason Reed. Stolen by Bauer Walter off the glass. To neutral, Carter Whitworth collects. Whitworth passes it at the blue line, and that's going to be offsides. 1 minute left here in the second period. Offsides call on the Lakers. Just past the top of the hour, you're in tune to KDLM Detroit Lakes. 1340 AM, 93.1 FM, 96.9 FM. Also welcome those viewing on YouTube at Voice of Alexandria.
Back to those little things. Whitworth needs to take that puck across the blue line. What's going to happen there is that defenseman's going to suck to him. The forward that was coming back is going to go over to try to make the body play. That's going to open Kennedy up. But instead, he tried to make that early pass. Obviously, Kennedy doesn't catch it before they're over the blue line and forces that offsides call.
Dump in by Hudson Pettit at neutral ice goes on net. Finn Hansen will not take any chances. Covers up, and we'll have an offensive zone draw with 54 seconds left here in the second period. Lakers down 2-0. Carter Whitworth to take the draw. Simbulik and Kennedy at wing. Pettit and Bauer Walter the defense. Tap forward on the draw. Warriors control the puck. Sam Hard. Bouncing puck. Roderick Jackson gives it to the near side for Gavin Anderson. Anderson dumps it in off the end boards. Picked up by Ryan Shagabe. Shagabe with good speed. Circling the offensive zone. Shot was low to the ice. Missed the net. Whitworth trying to reach for that puck. Warriors keep it. Anderson, wrist shot, gloved by Lindbergh. And a freeze with 27 seconds left here in the second period. 2-0 Warroad. So watch the speed here of, I think we're going to show Ryan Shagabe. Actually, this is the scoring chance moments ago. But Shagabe, nice player.
Hey, once he gets those strides going and those crossovers, opens up with that little Mohawk turn there. And, that's when you start building that speed and circumventing the top half of that offensive zone, you can really start to build up some speed. But 20 seconds left here for the Lakers. They need to weather this storm to get out of this period with the score remaining 2-0.
Good look there by Honfett. Snuck through the padding of Lindbergh, but goes to the end boards.
10 seconds.
Jackson to the near side. Down to 5 seconds left here in the second period. Warriors will leave the zone, and the buzzer sounds. Through 2 periods of play, the Warroad Warriors lead Detroit Lakes on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard 2-0. 2-0 our score. Warroad a period away from going to the state tournament. See if the Lakers can make some adjustments, get back into this hockey game. Coming up next, it's our U-Motors Intermission Report. It's coming up here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Voice of Alexandria.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $450 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $450 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through January 31st, 2026.
U-Motors Detroit Lakes, Pelican, and Fargo have been helping families make memories for years now. From the water toys to land toys, they've got every inch of fun covered. Pontoons, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, riding gear, snowmobiles, and more. U-Motors knows there's been many smiles and lots of laughter from the days on the water to the miles of trails in the snow. Stop by any of their locations, Detroit Lakes, Pelican, or Fargo, and let U-Motors help you find just what your family needs. Online at umotorsinc.com.
At Do Right Construction in Detroit Lakes, we do it all, and we do it right. Decks, windows, roofing, siding, doors, interior remodels, additions, garages, you name it. From stunning flooring and custom cabinetry to full home makeovers, our skilled team brings your vision to life with craftsmanship you can trust, on time and on budget. For a home improvement experience that's done right the first time, call Do Right Construction today at 234-1095. Do Right Construction. They do it all, and they do it right.
Detroit Lakes High School is giving students new opportunities to get out of class and get hands-on learning and experience. The Youth Skills Training Program at DLHS encourages, promotes, and supports the development of local partnerships between schools, employers, and community organizations. Students can choose from plant science and greenhouse management, advanced manufacturing, and the Certified Nursing Assistant Program. For more information, call Vern Schnathorst, 218-849-6110. Academies of Detroit Lakes. My future, my course.
Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair on 8th Street in Detroit Lakes is your all-around auto repair. Jeff services fifth wheel hitches, 4 and 5-inch diesel exhausts, gooseneck hitches, brakes, shocks and struts, custom dual exhausts, and mufflers. Jeff's work is fully guaranteed and is now a 3-family member business. Call for an appointment today, 846-9318. Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair in Detroit Lakes, 846-9318.
The King is calling. Burger King of Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids is hiring for all shifts now. Whether you're looking for some supplemental income or a career opportunity, Burger King offers starting wages up to $15 an hour, and health insurance is available for full-time employees. Plus, paid training with advancement opportunities, flexible hours, free uniforms, and meal discounts. Starting up to $15 an hour, The King is calling. Burger King, Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids.
Hey Lakers fans, our community is lucky to have athletes that display such great teamwork, dedication, and work ethic. At SJE, we look for these same qualities as we build our team and grow our business. We're always looking for passionate team players. If that sounds like a fit for you, consider joining our team today. With multiple open positions and flexible hours, you're sure to find a spot on our roster. Join today by applying at sje.com/careers. For 50 years, we have been proud to be SJE. And good luck, Lakers!
Good luck to our Lakers from everyone at West River Dental. When you visit West River Dental, your smile is their top priority. Their dentist, Dr. John Jordan, along with their entire team, is dedicated to their patients' comfort and well-being. Building a foundation of trust is vital to their success. It's their goal to provide exceptional dental care through individualized service and education for each patient. At West River Dental, they utilize the most advanced dental technology and procedures to ensure a positive dental experience. Good luck, Lakers, from West River Dental.
Back here to the Ralph Engelstead Arena in Thief River Falls. Charlie Newland broadcasting to you alongside Matt Wimmer and our TV3 crew of Raina Zima and Ryland Mills. After 2 periods of play on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard, Warroad leads Detroit Lakes 2-0. Shots in that second period, 13-4 in favor of Warroad. Warroad got the game's first goal with 14:21 left in the second period. Ryan Chamernick with the goal. The assist going to Ryan Lee. Chamernick, that's only his second goal of the season. He's a third-line centerman for this Warrior team, and it was just a loose puck in front. The Lakers couldn't clear the front of the net, and Chamernick able to beat Griffin Lindbergh. And then just under 2 minutes later, after the Lakers were called for a penalty, Broden Honfet scored a power play goal. The assist went to Ryan Shagabe. Honfet had all time to shoot the puck, and when you give that guy that much time to shoot, he picks the corner, and Griffin Lindbergh, not much you can do there. And so 2-0 is our score, but Matt, the Lakers still in this hockey game here despite being down 2-0.
No question about it. I mean, one mistake, we talked about that right in front of the net as you're standing in that slot area and we're not taking bodies out. They make one mistake basically in 2 periods of hockey, and then when they get put on the power play, they start to shrink that down and they just weren't quite as aggressive. But part of that is the talent level of this Warroad. You got to give the respect to those guys and give them a little bit of room. I'd like to see them, if the situation arises again, see the Lakers tightening the gap on that power play and not letting those guys come in, because what that ended up allowing is that long long time to sit and look at the net and pick that corner, and just a heck of a shot to blow it by Lindbergh. But no, even though the shots are looking lopsided, 24-9 on the score on the scoreboard in front of us, the Lakers are still ahead in the face-off wins. They're making some smart plays. They're still getting a few offensive opportunities. So it's a matter of coming out. One thing they're going to need to do, and that was definitely the key to that second period for the Warroad Warriors, was the physical game that they brought to the table. Whether they took some penalties or not, how you saw those penalties going down, personally, I like to see the physical play. I didn't see a lot wrong with them. There was a run in the neutral, but that's Section 8 hockey. That's hard-nosed hockey, and the Lakers are going to have to figure out a way to counteract that. And again, that physical play was the difference in the second period.
Yeah, and that stretch there, and the two goals that were scored. The first goal, obviously a letdown, but then right after that, taking a penalty, and then they score in the power play. So outside of that 2-minute stretch, though, I think it was still a pretty even period. But again, as you talked about, the Lakers had chances on the power play. Given the Warriors, they took 2 penalties in that second period, 3 in the game so far. Lakers 0 for 3 on the power play. Although I did think that last power play for the Lakers, they generated a little bit more offensive chances.
Well, they're starting to learn some stuff, right? They're starting to look and see, okay, what's this Warroad? What are these guys doing? How much room are they going to give us? What should we try to score on the rush, or do we want to take control of it and work it around? For me, I'm looking at this going, we want to force that puck. We want to get it down low and try to generate from, almost invert that umbrella type situation and try to bring it back. Leave the high man up as more of a defender type thing in case we make a mistake, and try to force everything down low. And that's where our opportunities came, was pet it down low. Once we got the puck down to that position, we're able to start forcing pucks to the net. It's not going to be pretty if the Lakers put one in the net. It's going to be a hard-fought battle down, a bouncing puck, something something ugly that they can jam in to get some jam started for them in this third period. And again, they're going to have to come out, play some physical hockey, leave it all out there, because I'll guarantee you that's what the Warriors are saying when in that locker room. Hardwick's in there telling them, hey boys, what did I say? We get physical with these guys, they're going to struggle. And so Lakers, we know that we've seen them come out, we've seen them play physical, and that's what we've got to see in this third period if the Lakers expect to have a chance to claw their way back into this game here in the third period.
Lakers down 2-0 to the Warroad Warriors here in the section championship. Did get a score update from the girls basketball game. They begin their playoffs tonight in the quarterfinals. They're trailing Sartell 56-41. And girls basketball, 3 minutes left in their game in the quarterfinals of section 8-3A. Here in boys hockey, Detroit Lakes going to have some work to do. Down 2-0. See if they can make the comeback. When we return, we'll be back with third period action right here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Voice of Alexandria.
Make the decision for Precision. Precision Printing. Their business is helping your business. Precision Printing is the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. For quality printing that won't break your budget, make the decision for Precision Printing. Creative sales pieces, flyers, brochures, letters, invoices, and more. Plus free pickup and delivery from the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. Make the decision for Precision. 847-3101 or visit them at 219 Front Street in Detroit Lakes.
Looking for health care that keeps you feeling your best? At Essentia Health, our team of primary care providers is here to listen and guide you on your path to wellness. From routine checkups and preventative screenings to managing chronic conditions, we've got you covered. With a focus on building relationships, we take the time to understand your unique health concerns. Visit our website at essentiahealth.org to schedule your appointment.
For 130 years, Ameriprise Financial has worked for their clients' futures, helping millions of Americans retire on their terms. Have Carrier & Vardy, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, develop a customized plan for your retirement. Call me, Matt Carrier, or financial advisors Matt Hayden or Kelsey Vardy at 218-847-2676 to learn more.
Office is located at 1135 Washington Avenue, Suite 103, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guaranteed. May lose value. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
care. Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
Detroit Lakes High School is giving students new opportunities to get out of class and get hands-on learning and experience. The Youth Skills Training Program at DLHS encourages, promotes, and supports the development of local partnerships between schools, employers, and community organizations. Students can choose from plant science and greenhouse management, advanced manufacturing, and the Certified Nursing Assistant Program. For more information, call Vern Schnathorst, 218-849-6110. Academies of Detroit Lakes. My future, my course.
Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair on 8th Street in Detroit Lakes is your all-around auto repair. Jeff services fifth wheel hitches, 4 and 5-inch diesel exhausts, gooseneck hitches, brakes, shocks and struts, custom dual exhausts, and mufflers. Jeff's work is fully guaranteed and is now a 3-family member business. Call for an appointment today, 846-9318. Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair in Detroit Lakes, 846-9318.
And welcome back here to the Ralph Engelstead Arena in Thief River Falls. Charlie Newland broadcasting to you alongside Matt Wimmer and our TV3 crew of Raina Zima and Ryland Mills as we get ready for third period action. Detroit Lakes trailing 2-0 after 2 periods of play. Let's take a look at some other games happening tonight. We have Section 6A Championship. Sartell taking on Northern Lakes. Sartell leading Northern Lakes 2-1. Other games of note in Section 4A, it's Montemedi versus Chisago Lakes. And Montemedi with a 6-0 lead against Chisago Lakes in the 4A championship. Section 3A, Laverne versus Mankato West. Mankato West leading Laverne 1-0. And Delano in Section 2A championship. Delano taking on Blake. Delano with a 3-1 lead against Blake. Section championships we saw yesterday in Class 2A. The Moorhead Spuds, they're going to return to the state tournament. Got a 5-1 win over Elk River, I believe.
Yeah, Moorhead's team's definitely a salty squad. I listened to the 8-0 drubbing that they put on Bemidji during the section semis there. That was still on the radio as we drove home after the Detroit Lakes versus East Grand Forks victory last week.
Well, Detroit Lakes returning to the ice. Warroad back out on the ice as well. And the Lakers have to overcome a 2-goal deficit here to begin this third period against the best teams in the state. Been that way all season long, up in the top 5 throughout the year. Of course, whenever you're playing Warroad, you're also going against the jersey that's been worn by so many great players, right? We saw Brock Nelson get the gold medal, and it was interesting. All of the gold medal games, there's been a representative from Warroad in 1960, 1980, and then, of course, most recently on Sunday.
Yeah, there's no question. The spotlight's been on Warroad a little bit this week after that game, but that's no excuse for the Lakers here as they come out. They're going to come out ready to play in this third period. They're going to leave it all out there. I'll guarantee you that. And one thing that we haven't seen out of the Lakers is any quit out of this team, no matter what the score was. Last time they played Warroad, they were still plugging away in that third period. So what I'd like to see out of this Laker team this period, stick to your game, push that puck into the zone, and hey, set a goal. We want to put 10 shots on this goaltender and see if we can't get back into this game.
All right, here we go. Detroit Lakes going from right to left here in the third period. The Warriors going from left to right. Detroit Lakes down 2-0. Odds against them, but see what this third period has in store for us. Lakers control the puck on the draw. Begin this third period. Cross-ice pass to Will Similik, dumped in. Finn Hansen out of his net, leaves it for his defense. Wesley Schreiner to the near side. Warriors, Ryan Shagabe, gets it through neutral ice, dumps it in on goal. Lindbergh fields the puck, then plays it to Kennedy. On the near wing, cross-ice pass. Collected by Simblick as he enters the offensive zone, trying to stick handle past Schreiner. Puck stops there in the offensive zone. There's some wet ice. Both teams having to work through as the Warriors will chuck this puck out of play, and we get a stoppage here. I want to thank our playoff sponsors, Dow Acoustics, Funds Access ATMs, Bender Chiropractic, the Rena Bierke Agency with American Family Insurance, Apex Engineering, Blue Cross, Chris Simblick, Ecumen Detroit Lakes. Thank you to our regular season sponsors as well. Appreciate all of the sponsors. Bringing you Laker hockey here on YouTube and also on KDLM. And the officials, I like this move by the officials. They're going to let the ice dry. It's so wet. Zamboni let a lot of water down, so we're going to take a little break here. Timeout.
Get the squeegees out there. Yeah, this arena, the ice is soft. It's warm in here. I'd like to know it's got to be, it's got to be 50-some degrees down on ice level, no doubt about it, and a lot of wet ice down there. The puck just came to a standstill. Right to the glove side of Hansen there from Warroad.
So we'll break in the action. Warriors section title game last year. Lost to East Grand Forks. Ended up winning the state tournament. And then prior to that, they've been representing Section 8 previous 4 years. Last year it was East Grand Forks. And again, if you come out of Section 8, you have a really good chance to win the state tournament. But
boys,
some tough teams this year as well.
Yeah, boys, you look around the state and start watching. It's kind of fun with the amount of coverage and things now that schools are putting out and local media is putting out, just like we are on YouTube there tonight. It's fun to be able to reach out and watch some of those other games and just see how good this Class A hockey is around the state. A lot of fun to watch with these section final games, and even down into once you get into the semis, there's just a lot of good hockey being played out around the state right now.
Looks like the puck is sliding a little bit better. The linesman giving a test. Doesn't take too long for it to finally solidify, but the other linesmen, a lot of squeegee work down on the Laker end.
It even seemed like
Griffin Lindbergh's probably saying, "No, you don't have to do that down here."
Yeah, it's quite wet down there, but we haven't been down. We haven't been down there much yet in this period. So only 40 seconds in, but
almost feels like I'm watching curling with the squeegeeing out there, sweeping.
Hopefully the Lakers will keep it that way.
All right, looks like we're ready to play hockey. Here we go. Whitworth to take the draw to the left of Finn Hansen. Shagabe for the Warriors here in his defensive zone. Shagabe wins the draw back cleanly to the corner. Lakers get to it first, though. Whitworth turned over here. Warriors will play it to the near side. Roderick Jackson sweeps it along the near side boards. Out to neutral ice. Dumped back in by Rhett Walter. Finn Hansen out of his net. Couldn't catch up to that puck. Sam Hard now does. And over and flip out to neutral ice. Roderick Jackson in the offensive zone. Given to Gavin Anderson. Jackson gets around the defense. Now behind the net of the Lakers zone. Jackson, forehand pass to the blue line. Dumped down by Grapentine. Now to the far corner. Puck rims the far half wall. Where Simblick gets it to neutral ice. He gets wiped out on the play. Lakers Easton Kennedy covering for Bauer Walter. Lost the puck here at neutral ice. Both teams kind of fumbling the puck here at neutral. End over end, puck goes on goal. Lindbergh leaves it for Rhett Walter. The near side for Easton Kennedy. Laker senior. 7 seniors on this Laker team. Puck goes to the end boards. To the near side, Lawson Justison. To Sharm. Puck goes off the end boards. Ryan Lee. Off the dasher out to neutral ice. Hudson Pettit stolen here by the Warriors. As Connor Lund brings it in the offensive zone, and a glove save by Lindbergh. 2 minutes into this third period, Warriors with a good scoring chance. Connor Lund, glove save though by Griff.
Griffin Lindbergh smartly gloves that puck as he had some Warriors breathing down his neck there, looking for that rebound. Keeps it in his glove. You know what? I'm noticing a lot of difference even down in the Lakers offensive zone. Checks aren't being finished. There's kind of some swing bys looking for pucks, and they've got to finish those checks and put the brakes on this Warrior offense.
Hendrickson with a good look at that puck, but never got one on net. Now it's a puck that trickles in on goal. Take a look at face-off chance there for the Warriors. But Lindbergh giving up the rebound, but Warrior player not able to crash the net to get that puck as the Lakers play it off the glass and out of the zone and all the way down. This will not be icing, though. The Warriors will play it in their defensive zone. Sully Broughton out of the zone. Flipped here into the hands here of Hudson Pettit off the end boards, near side. Chamernick on nets. Saved there by Lindbergh. Keeps it alive. Back and forth, blue line to blue line. Sully Broughton stolen by Gavin Anderson. Honfett with it. Sends it in on goal. And Lindbergh will freeze. Here, 14:04 left here in the third period. 2-0. Warroad leading. Section championship.
That's what we want Lindbergh to do, is stopping everything in this period. Don't put the puck back into play. We'll take that draw. We'll take our chances. Get this first set out. Get them as much ice time as they can in this third period. Try to get the offense, get some juju going for this Laker team.
Shot, rebound, covered up by Lindbergh. Honfett with the initial shot. Puck was loose for a moment. Cover up after the initial shot, though, by Griffin Lindbergh. Face-off starting to kind of lean in the Warroad favor. Win another draw. Honfett D to Schreiner. Schreiner from the near side D. Saved by Lindbergh. Shots now starting to pile up. 28 shots on goal for Warroad. Face-off will be the near side wing. Shagabe to take the draw against Kennedy. Back-to-back wins on the draw for Shagabe, and another win as he gets it back to Schreiner. Shot into traffic, blocked by Kennedy. Out to neutral ice. It was offside, so the Warriors will have to tag up. Lakers will collect it, and a long distance pass. Picked up here by Kennedy to the near side wing. Puck is loose. Here's Gavin Anderson. Anderson alone on goal, and a shot missed the net. Gavin Anderson doesn't miss many time. He missed the net as he had a breakaway. Broke through the wall of defense for the Lakers. Lakers in the offensive zone. Hansen will cover up. Get a scoring chance here. Get a look at that replay on that scoring chance. Neutral ice play so important, especially against a good transition team like Warriors. And Gavin Anderson missed the net. Sully Broughton to take the draw. 13-11 to go, third period. Lakers down by 2 goals. Face-off controlled by the Warriors. And they'll play it out to neutral ice. They have pace as they dump it in to the Lakers zone. Ducharme behind his net. Plays it to the near side for Sully Broughton. Broughton off the boards. Head for Henry Olsen in the offensive zone. Swept up to neutral ice by the Warriors. Dumped back in by Ducharme. They'll have to tag up. Time becoming more of a factor. 12:44 left here in the third period. We'll keep an eye on it. Lakers down by 2 goals. As this puck goes into the Warrior bench. Out of play.
Like I said, what you want to do is keep your shift short so you can keep getting that first set out, that Kennedy symbolic line out there. Not that the other 2 lines aren't able to put some pressure on, but you want to have your high flyers out there. These 2 lines, what you want to do is make sure you're winning draws, pushing pucks deep in the zone, keeping them 200 feet away from your ice, and putting some physical hits on these guys. You've got to start playing a little more physical if they expect to climb back into this game.
Bauer Walter in his own zone. The sophomore defenseman gets it out to neutral ice. Walter with a shot. That's blocked by Hard. Picked up by Chamernick. He scored the game's first goal. Cross-corner dump to the near side. Hank Schlotteroff whacks the puck along the far boards. Collected by Avon Honfett. Passes it to the near side. To the near side wing it goes, where Rhett Walter cycles it to Bauer. Try to get back to Rhett. Does so, but a turnover. Hontvet from a tough angle. Missed the net on a shot. Ryan Lee along the near side. Sends it along the boards. Chamernick. Chamernick with a snapshot off of a Laker stick. The corner boards. Schlotteroff will try to dig that puck loose. It goes behind the net. Warriors get a line change in. As Bauer Walter gets it out to neutral ice. Got tripped up by his own teammate. And the Warriors will look to get some offense going here. Now a turnover by the Warriors as it's stolen by Will Cymbelik. Cymbelik brings it ahead. Puts it in the offensive zone. Cymbelik, bottom of the circles. Good physicality by Hontvet. Dumped in on goal by Descharmes. Swept aside by Hansen. Kennedy, one-timer, saved by Hansen. Good look there for Will Cymbelik. Now the Warriors with numbers as they exit the zone. Into the offensive zone. Shot went off the skate of Hudson Pettit, goes to the corner. Pettit lost his glove. And he'll flip it out to neutral ice. Kennedy trying to collect that puck. Schreiner and him collide. Schreiner gets it on his tape, and he'll dump it in to the Lakers zone. 10:33 left here in the third period. Lakers down 2-0. Section championship off the boards. Warriors send it the length of the ice. Will this be icing? Yes, it will be. 10:20 left here in the third. 2-0. Warroad leading. Take a look at scoring chance here for Detroit Lakes. And never a bad idea to throw a puck on net. Max Descharmes from a long distance, Matt, just kind of threw it on goal, and it was a bouncing puck. And
it bounced through, and it was a difficult save for Hansen. It left a rebound there, and then we came back and with Cymbelik with that good hard one-timer. Unfortunately, he was a little tight in on the goaltender, so there wasn't much to shoot at.
Did get a final on the girls' basketball game in the section quarterfinals. They lose to Sartell 63-48. Girls' basketball season comes to an end. Boys hockey trying to avoid their season ending here tonight, but they got to get some goals here. Down 2-0. 10:08 left here in the third. Warriors, Connor Lund into the offensive zone. Lund's shot was deflected off of a Laker and out of play. Offensive zone draw coming up here for the Warriors with exactly 10 minutes left here in the third. Face-off will be to the left of Lindbergh. Justison to take the draw against Casey Hendrickson. Justison wins the draw back. Rhett Walter plays it off the glass and all the way down. Icing against the Lakers. Another defensive zone draw here with 9:53 left in the third.
Walter would like to have that one back. I think that's what he was trying to do. He just didn't want to see it go for icing. And it's not a bad play. The Lakers are going to have to start taking a few chances, some of those long passes, some of the banks off the glass, and try to find some guys out at neutral ice to try to get back in this. All Walsh making sure we don't get caught on an odd man situation.
See how much gas is left in the tank. Bauer Walter. Rhett Walter. Cross ice pass to Henry Olsen. Gains center. Olsen in the offensive zone. Backhand feed. Trying to get it to Justison. Goes in on goal, and Hansen covers up. 9:35 left here in the third. Lakers will bring their first line back out.
The big
and
difference.
The Warriors will match.
Big
with their
difference
first.
I'm seeing this second and third period is even there as Justison drifts by the side of the net. Warrior player puts him into the end boards, gives him a little shot. There's a little shot after everything. It's either a little shot or a big hit or someone's in your face physically, and that's been the difference, the physicality by this Warroad team in these second two periods.
Offsides on the Lakers. Neutral ice face-off just outside the Warroad blue line. 9:29 left here in the third. We've seen it time and time again. I mean, Matt, we've been doing this for 10 years, and we've been following hockey for a long time, too. It's just in the playoffs, the more physical team tends to have better success.
Well, you just take that other team off their game, off their rhythm a little bit.
Warriors in the offensive zone. Shot taken into the glove of Lindbergh, and a freeze here with 9:11 left here in the third. 2-0 Warroad.
And taking hits is much more tiresome than giving them, right? And so there's a little bit to that. But it's a matter of finding your way around the ring too. You can't be running all over trying to make hits. You've got to find those hits and make them and make smart plays when you're in the right proximity to make that hit while keeping your body in a play to be able to handle the puck after it.
Loose puck here, goes into the crowd. We'll get another stoppage. We've had a few stops here in this third period. 9:03 left in the third. 2-0 Warroad.
And I certainly don't think the Lakers mind the stoppages. They have to start winning some draws. First two periods, they were winning the majority of their draws. This Warroad team has really tightened up on that, or at least got the upper hand on winning some of those face-offs. Lakers can win a few. They've had a bunch of D-zone face-offs in this third period.
Chance here for Honfett. Gives it to Lee to the near side. Lee back to Honfett. Honfett with a shot, low on the ice. Rebound was there after the save by Lindbergh, but it's cleared by Sully Broughton out to Henry Olsen. Olsen dumps it into the Warroad zone. 8:44 left here in the third. 2-0 Warroad. Section championship game. Out to neutral ice. Max to Sharm. Max at that puck. And a hand pass here on the Warriors. An offensive zone draw here with 8:34 left here in the third period.
Ducharme's been a nice surprise, if you will, for this Laker team. Not seeing a lot of ice time last season, and then they bring him up and kind of plug him right into that first set with Pettit there. He's only a junior. He's got some size to him, and I've been really starting to see some smart plays in his game. Even that, the little one-handed whack, he knew he wasn't going to be able to handle it, but he got it down far enough into the zone that it ended up resulting in that offensive zone faceoff.
Puck squirts loose. Whitworth will backhand it to the corner. Out to neutral ice. Simbulik, cross-ice pass to Bauer-Walter. Shielded the puck. Warriors rolling all three lines. Lakers have been focusing mostly on the first two lines. I know it's in the late stages now, so we'll probably see a lot more of the top line than we see them out there right now. Easton Kennedy, Simbulik, and Carter Whitworth. Justice in line, Broughton and Olsen. Warriors with a nice look there, but shot lifted over the net, and now the Lakers will bring it in the offensive zone. Easton Kennedy drives it wide on his backhand. Kennedy behind the net. It's tied up. Warriors just so strong on their sticks, getting the puck out to neutral ice, and now it's picked up by Connor Lund in the offensive zone. Broken up by Rhett Walter. On the near side, Warriors, Gavin Anderson from the near circle. Wrist shot, blocked by Walter. Shagabe trying the wraparound on the backhand. Slid wide, now to Gavin Anderson from the slot. Backhand, or blocker saved by Lindbergh. Rebound was there. Now it's played by Bauer-Walter and flipped out to neutral ice. 7:04 left here in the third period. 2-0 Lakers trailing the Warroad Warriors. Rapentine with it in the offensive zone. Shot saved by Lindbergh and a cover up with 6:53 left here in the third. 2-0 Warroad.
Lakers doing a nice job defensively as they come into that zone. Their gap isn't as tight as I'd like to see it, but they certainly had numbers back. Make sure there was no odd man rushes for this Warrior team.
Pause in the action here. Official going over to the scorer's table, and we got a Laker penalty. I think we got too many players on the ice, Matt.
Oh. Couldn't see it from up here as we're directly kind of back up and above here at the Ingolstadt Arena. Tough to see the player benches down there.
Detroit Lakes are going to go player short. Too many men on the ice.
Yeah, that's the last thing they need at this stage of the game.
So serving the penalty will be Hank Schlotteroff. With 6:53 left, Lakers are a player short.
That's one way to get your name on the old score sheet here in the section final game.
Not the way you want if you're Detroit Lakes. Schlotteroff will serve the 2-minute minor for too many men. The late offsides here on the Warriors, so they can't touch this puck, and it ends up going out to neutral ice. Warriors in the offensive zone. Gavin Anderson gets behind the defense. Now he'll curl in the corner. Gives to Honfett. Avon Honfett now with it. Send it over to Anderson. Now to Broden Honfett. Back to Anderson. Near side, Avon Honfett. Shot blocked by Descharme. Onto the stick now of Anderson. One touch to Broden. Avon, cross ice to Anderson. Warriors so good with their passing. A little nonchalant, though that time was Avon Honfett, and the Lakers will clear. Down to a minute left on the power play for Warroad. Go ahead.
Fortunately, they got that puck cleared. There was about 3 chances there where guys turned their backs. Once those guys turn their backs, you got to jump on them, and the Lakers have been doing it all season long. Not sure what's changed in this game.
Shagabe into the offensive zone here for Warroad. They lead 2-0. Shot by Honfett off the stick of Bauer Walter. Anderson on the far half wall. On the near side, Avon Honfett broken up by Bauer Walter and then cleared by Easton Kennedy all the way on net.
The result of that pressure by Bauer Walter allowed that puck to be cleared. They got to see that and continue to do that.
Redirected. Lakers will intercept Bauer Walter. Clearing attempt was blocked out of play. And we'll have a defensive zone draw for the Lakers. Though I think it did go off the Warriors last on the deflection. But it's going to be a defensive zone draw. Justison to take the draw. It's Justison, Bauer Walter, Rhett Walter, Henry Olsen. Hank Schlotteroff set to leave the penalty box. He was serving a minor for too many men on the ice. The Warriors scored once on the power play. Shot by Schreiner, saved by Lindbergh. Rhett Walter trying to get to that puck first, held in by the Warriors, a bouncing puck. Warriors hold the zone. Now it's out to neutral ice. Hank Schlotteroff fighting through a stick check, trying to get to that puck, but the Warriors will get it. Schreiner, one touched in by Connor Lund. 4:33 left here in the third period. Lakers down by 2 goals. Neutral ice. Oh, almost a hold there. Lakers in the offensive zone. Olsen trying to feed that to Hank Schlotteroff. Couldn't connect. Now in the corner it goes. Tie up. Olsen trying to dig that puck loose. In the offensive zone, Detroit Lakes. Now the Warriors will play it off the boards and out of the zone and all the way down, but not far enough for icing as the Lakers will get a line change in. 4 minutes left here in the third period. Lakers down by 2. Bauer Walter with a head of steam brings it through neutral ice. Stick handling over the blue line. Backhand shot from a tough angle. Sticked away by Hansen. Trying to feed it there to Kennedy. Stolen by the Warriors. Rapidine out to neutral ice. A bouncing puck settled there by Descharme and back into the Warriors zone. Out ahead for Samuelson and the offensive zone. 3:38 left here in the third. 2-0 Warroad. The section championship. Lakers trying to score their first goal of the game and potentially might see empty net here soon. Descharme in his own zone. Fans on the first pass attempt. Now gets it to Kennedy along the near wing. Deflected by Whitworth. Warriors' Gavin Anderson will dump it in. 3:13 left here in the third period. Lakers down by 2. Descharme to the near side. Whitworth to Kennedy. Behind Simbulik. Shagabe collects. Gives it back to Honfett. Cross-ice pass to Anderson. Broken up by Simbulik. Lakers come in onside. Simbulik has Kennedy with him. Simbulik pass to Kennedy. Broken up by Lee. Behind the net, Simbulik on his backhand. Net still occupied for Lakers. 2:44 left here in the third period. Tie up behind the Warrior net. Lakers trying to dig that puck loose. Kennedy gets knocked to the ice. Still loose. And the puck goes to the far wing. Blue line, good hold there by Pettit. Now Simbulik shot. Kennedy with a chance in front and a save by Hansen. Cleared all the way down by the Warriors. This will not be icing, though, as Kennedy was scrumming behind the play. He's gassed, but we got late stages here. 2:12 left here in the third. Down by 2. Sees it on the line. Bauer Walter into the offensive zone. Walter's shot was deflected. The end glass. Whitworth. One last rest here for Kennedy and Simbulik. Shot by Olsen. Went through traffic and goes to the corner. Off the glass and out to neutral ice. Warriors clear the zone. 1:52 left here in the third. 2-0 Detroit Lakes trailing. Olsen brings it into the offensive zone.
Puck goes wide. Still in the net is Lindbergh with 1:42 left. Puck goes behind the net. Honfett to the far boards. Warriors try to clear. Held in by the Lakers for a moment. Now goes out to neutral ice. Rhett Walter gets big hit there by Connor Lund on Rhett Walter. Puck was in the skates of Walter. Justison finds it. 1:24 left here. Now Lindbergh leaves the net. Warriors steal at neutral ice, and a shot from neutral misses a net. Empty net for the Lakers. 6-on-5 hockey, minute 12 left to go. To the near side wing, Lakers get it out to neutral ice. Kennedy back on the ice. 66 seconds left to go. Sully Broughton to the far wing for Simbelik. Offensive zone, Simbelik dumps it to the end boards. Near side at rims, Warriors, Sam Hard. It's tied up, Justison. Into the glove of Grapentine, out to neutral ice. He'll send it in on goal and scores. And the Warriors are 47 seconds away from going to the state tournament. An empty net goal for Tom Grapentine.
And Lakers putting on some pressure there. They just weren't didn't have the ability to get the netminder out. You got to be looking at, you're down by 2 goals, you got to be looking at, close to that 3-4 minute mark to be getting them out. There just really wasn't a lot of opportunity to do that. There was no stoppages of play to call a timeout. Kennedy tried to fish for one down as he got upended down behind the goal earlier, but the puck stayed loose and the officials said play on. And there was just not a lot of opportunity for the Lakers to get that netminder out and get a start on that, as Warriors just kept pushing hard. They had a lot of neutral zone play there. Just didn't give the Lindbergh kept looking at the bench, waiting for the call, waiting for the jerk, and he just couldn't get it as there was just no clear possession by the Lakers that allowed him to come out of the net.
Lakers call it timeout. Timeout brought to you by U Motors. 3-0 our score. 47 seconds left to go in this hockey game. Detroit Lakes now down 3-0. And Warroad gets the empty netter. Tom Grapentine with the goal. His 3rd goal of the season. And the Warriors 47 seconds away from going back to the state tournament for their 26th appearance down at state. Detroit Lakes, sure disappointment, but to make it to this game, quite the accomplishment to even get to this point, but I'm sure they will not be happy with a 2nd place finish in the section. But Lakers down 3-0. They'll pull the goalie. 40 seconds left. They'll get in the offensive zone. Last shifts here for this Lakers senior group. Lawson Justison, one of those. Will Simbelik, Carter Whitworth. We'll name them all in our post game. Justison gets taken to the ice. Fell onto the stick of Honfett. 23 seconds left here. Tie up in the corner. 6-on-5 hockey. Still loose here. Now it comes loose here for Kennedy. Throws one towards the goal. Blocked there. Now Simbelik trying to find that puck. Out to neutral ice it goes. 7 seconds left. Offsides on the Lakers, and we'll get a stoppage here with 4.7 seconds left here in the 3rd period. So we'll have a face-off at neutral ice, and they will send Griffin Lindbergh back in the net. 4.7 seconds left. It'll actually be a neutral ice face-off center circle. Carter Whitworth, Easton Kennedy, Will Simbelik, Lawson Justison, Hudson Pettit, Cody Rohde, part of the senior class as the Lakers season comes to an end. As the Warriors celebrate, gloves and sticks in the air. The Warroad Warriors are going to the state tournament. They win the Section 8A championship with a 3-0 win over Detroit Lakes.
Solid effort by this Lakers squad, as we knew going in. This Warroad team might be better than we thought they were, as I saw some really solid puck movement around tonight, really moved the puck well. You talked about how you took a look at some film. I did the same thing. on how they like to control the puck and kind of come up meticulously up through the neutral zone. Tonight they changed their game a little bit. It wasn't quite as spot on, so they had to shrug through that first period. Brought themselves out physically to start dominating this hockey, to dominate the second period, and then that flowed into that third period. Lakers proud of their finish here. You know, there's going to be some disappointment in the fact that, yeah, we didn't win this hockey game, but like you said, program moving forward into the section final game, and there's going to be some respect here by this Warroad hockey team as the Lakers have gathered in front of the net.
Lakers having a team huddle. Looks like we'll get the line. Get the handshake line here. But the Warroad Warriors will be representing Section 8, Grand Casino Arena in St. Paul next week. Griffin Lindbergh will lead the line for the Lakers. Great season for Griff, and he'll be back again next year.
Going to be a lot of weight on his shoulders coming in next season, losing 7 seniors. You're going to be looking at Griffin Lindbergh to be really the backstop of that squad one more time again. And boy, is he really proven himself in the last couple of years. Solid goaltender all around, as we see 34 shots on net, 3 goals. What's his save percentage? 92%. He's spot on that. He's just true to that fashion. Easy to coach when you got a 90% goaltender.
Griffin Lindbergh, and there's Easton Kennedy on your screen. Kennedy, senior captain. It's a handshake from head coach Jay Hardwick. Carter Whitworth rounding out the lineup as well. Coaching staffs with a lot of respect for one another. And Noah, Tanner Lane, Cody Einerson, Mike Miller, Jordan Fields. Part of the coaching staff for Detroit Lakes. Next year will be 7th year for head coach Ben Noah. And if he's 1 win away from his 100th win as the head coach of the Lakers, he'll have to wait another season as the Lakers season comes to a close, finishing with an overall record of 17-10-1 against some really stiff competition, Matt, this season. And that prepared them for this game. I know they lost this game, but in years past, it hasn't been more close than it has this year. With the win against East Grand Forks in the section semifinals, with a close game here against Warroad. I mean, it was 2-0 game outside of that empty net.
Yeah, no, there's no question. You have to give some credit. Give some credit to athletic director Rob Nielsen and Ben Noah working together, I'm sure, to get some of these big games in and making sure that schedule stays as it is, if not better. If you can bring in another squad that's decent. You got a couple North Dakota teams. If you can pick up someone else on that Minnesota rank, I mean, you look up and down that Lakers schedule. There's top 20 teams up and down that schedule. We take a look at all the common opponents with Warroad, and that is what's going to prepare you to take you to that next level and prepare you for a game like tonight. Again, we take 2 minutes out of that hockey game, and that's a good solid matchup. Obviously, shots on net are lopsided, but they had some of those on power plays, and like we said before, transition game by this Warroad squad is solid.
Well, it'll be a awards ceremony here in a moment. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our post-game show here in just a moment. Lakers fall to the Warroad Warriors. Final score tonight on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard, 3-0. The Warriors advance to the state tournament. Lakers finish their season 17-10-1 overall. Post-game show coming your way next right here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Voice of Alexandria.
Looking for the best place to fuel up before the game or celebrate after the win? Head to Bleachers Bar and Grill, home of the best burgers in town, stacked, juicy, and grilled to perfection, just the way game day should taste. Games on big screens everywhere, cold drinks flowing, and the food way better than anything at the stadium. It's meat raffle season. Wednesdays and Fridays at 6, plus Trivia Wednesdays and Bingo Fridays. Bleachers Bar and Grill, always the best place to catch the game, so grab your buddies and come on over.
Come check out the Boys and Girls Thrift Store and More of Detroit Lakes. They've got the largest selection of thrift family apparel in the upper Midwest, all at low everyday prices. The B&G Thrift Store and More has been voted the best thrift discount store in the Lakes area. From truckload sales to outdoor living furniture to thrift items, they cover everything you could possibly want. Shop Monday through Saturday 9 a.m. to 7, Sundays 10 a.m. to 5. The Boys and Girls Thrift Store and more is a proud supporter of all Laker athletics.
Looking for health care that keeps you feeling your best? At Essentia Health, our team of primary care providers is here to listen and guide you on your path to wellness. From routine checkups and preventative screenings to managing chronic conditions, we've got you covered. With a focus on building relationships, we take the time to understand your unique health concerns. Visit our website at essentiahealth.org to schedule your appointment.
Roll-off containers from Haug Incorporated are perfect for any project. Don't let your project become bigger than you thought it'd be. Maybe you're in need of Haug's roll-off containers for your construction projects. Haug significantly reduces disposal costs often made by big, bulky trailers while doing the dirty job of taking the debris away for you. The big roll-off containers will handle your demolition, no problem. Call Haug Incorporated today for your roll-off containers. 218-847-7391.
Winter at the lakes should be cozy, not chilly. If your furnace is acting up or your home just isn't staying warm, turn to the kind, knowledgeable team at Laney's at the Lakes. Their friendly employees treat you and your home with care, providing reliable heating service you can feel good about. From routine heating system checkups to timely repairs, they're here to keep your home warm and comfortable all winter long. Laney's at the Lakes. Heating you can trust from people who care. Call today, 847-1309.
John here from Channy's 2 in Detroit Lakes, your trusted local auto shop for over 50 years. As the Lakers hit their athletic season, making sure your car is ready is a must. The Channy's 2 team is here to keep your vehicle performing at its best with honest, affordable, and reliable service. If you're heading to the arena or traveling out of town, the Channy's 2 team has your back for all your travels. Whether it's tires, brakes, engine repair, suspension alignment, or AC service, we're honored to serve you with reliable and expert car care. It's what we do at Channy's 2, 847-4252.
Raina Bierke, with American Family Insurance of Detroit Lakes, is proud of her dedicated staff. They're here to provide you with the best personal service and protection for what matters most, you and your family. Licensed in 5 states and ready to help you with home, auto, life, and business insurance needs. Stop by their office on Veterans Memorial Parkway, right next to Caribou Coffee. They'd love to meet you in person. Raina Bierke, American Family Insurance, where family is their middle name. And good luck to all Laker athletes from Raina Bierke, American Family Insurance.
Looking for trusted appliances with hometown service? D&D Repair and Appliance is your full-service, family-owned appliance store, proudly serving the Lakes region for over 35 years. They carry KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, brands you know and trust. Plus, they offer delivery and installation so you can shop local and get it delivered right to your home. Visit them at 1050 Highway 59 South, because when you choose D&D Repair and Appliance, now you're talking value.
And welcome back. Post-game show. The awards being handed out for the Lakers' second place finish as we take a look at summary in this one. Lakers falls 3-0. Our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard as the Lakers and the Warriors were tied scoreless after the first period. Shots in favor of Warroad 11-5. The Lakers gave up the first goal, 14:21 left in the second period. Ryan Chamernick scored the goal to make it 1-0. Puck was kind of loose in front of the net. Chamernick gets the goal. Ryan Lee with the assist. And then just under 2 minutes later, Jordan Huntvet with the power play goal. And it was 2-0 from that point on. And late in the game, the Warriors scored an empty net goal. Tom Grappentine with the goal. They made it 3-0. Shots ended up being in favor of the Warriors, 34-12, as they pick up the win. The Warriors get the win, 3-0 here tonight, as the Warriors get their medals here as well. I think they're going to do some more ceremony here, so I don't know if we'll wait for Coach Noah. Probably want to be with his team anyways, Matt, after a tough loss, but a great season for this Laker team.
No question about it, and we kind of you listen to the game wrap up here. If you're listening at home and you're a Laker fan, you can feel it in our call here that the hopes were high, and this Laker team, we knew what they could bring to the table. This Warrior team just outplayed them tonight. and no shame in that. As we said, last week we watched the Lakers come out and beat an East Grand Forks team. And when you can play against a tough team like this, again, shots were lopsided a little bit, but the Lakers came out. They gave it their effort. And again, I've said this before. And, there's a big difference between losing and getting beaten. Tonight, you got beat by a very good hockey team. That's gonna make some noise down at that state hockey tournament. So for the Laker fans out there, know you saw a very good hockey game, and again, take away a couple minutes of that second period, and boy, you had a pretty even matchup. So proud of this Laker team, proud of these Lakers seniors that have advanced this program, and good luck to Coach Noah and the underclassmen of this team coming back again. And, really nice thing to see is fan buses up here. A lot of young Laker players here, Bantams, Pee-wees, Squirts, Mites, that are watching these young men compete tonight and know what it's all about. And that's going to do nothing but start to continue to build that Laker program up. And good luck to everybody coming back next season.
Take a look at the seniors on this Laker team. And, in fact, they're going to be our Muscatel GMC MVPs of the game here tonight. Our Laker seniors will go through the list here. Carter Whitworth, just a spark plug for this Laker team and always mixing it up and provides that kind of that raw energy that you need from guys to kind of stir the pot, right, Matt? And then Easton Kennedy, what can you say about him? 135 career points for Easton. He's been playing since he was a freshman. This year he had 53 points. Great leader for Detroit Lakes. Easton Kennedy play hockey next year for the Norsemen. Will Simbulik, senior as well, ended up with 102 career points, and a guy that started playing varsity hockey as a sophomore, so to get 102 points, great feat for him. 14 goals this season, 37 assists for Will Simbulik. Second line center was Lawson Justison, one of the best guys in the faceoff dot all season long. Lawson Justison, senior for this Laker team, ended up with 7 goals this season, 5 assists. In the defense, Hudson Pettit, Matt, another guy that's really turned it on. 59 career points for Hudson Pettit. He had a big goal in the game against East Grand Forks to get the game started off. 7 goals, 15 assists for Hudson Pettit. Bowden Rohde, JV guy that got a lot of time in JV, but also saw some varsity minutes at the end of the season. So those are your seniors for this Laker team. And I know that's going to hurt right now, but when they look back in a few years, I'm sure there will be some fond memories for this 2025-2026 Laker team.
No question about it. And then you look at that, you look across that staff, and you've got 4 Laker alumni on that staff. So they're going to do everything they can to continue to build this program. And you got again mentioning athletic director Rob Nielsen down talking to his coach there, and then other than the 4 alumni, you got Mike Miller that's been around our community for many years, dedicated a lot of time coaching our youth players, and now up to the varsity level. So a lot of good stuff happening down in Detroit Lakes and this program, all the way with our girls program. We saw their compete level this year. So just again, a lot of good things happening down that Laker program. And tonight again, Lakers get beat by the Warroad Warriors this evening, and good luck to that Warroad team as go down and represent Section 8 and try to win that state tournament.
Great. Now we'll root for Warroad. I always root for Section 8 whenever they go down to the state tournament, so turning into a Warroad fan as they go down to state. It's Patrick Kennedy who was the goalie tonight, and I missed that, my bad. Kennedy with a great performance tonight. He gets the shutout. That's his 3rd shutout of the season. 4th career shutout for the senior goalie, getting the start ahead of junior Finn Hansen here tonight. So congrats to the Warroad Warriors making it to the state tournament. Well, Matt, it's been 10 fun years, and I appreciate having you on my side all throughout. It's been fun.
So enjoyable getting to call the games with you, Charlie. Professional through and through, and again, appreciate Leighton Broadcasting just to give me the opportunity to come out and talk about hockey here. As anybody that knows me knows that I'll sit and talk all night, and so fortunately we got someone that's as professional as you on the other end of the microphone to keep the play-by-play going, and so it's been a lot of fun, no question about it.
And we want to thank all of our great sponsors this season, bringing you Lakers sports, and our playoff sponsors as well that jumped on board here in this great run that the Lakers had. Dow Acoustics, Funds, Access, ATM Services, Bender Chiropractic, Rena Bierke, American Family Insurance, Apex Engineering, Chris Simblick, Blue Cross, and Ecumen Detroit Lakes all jumping on the postseason playoffs. We want to thank our TV3 crew of Ryland Mills, our camera operator, our director, Raina Zima, doing a great job. I'm Charlie Newland signing off here from the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Section championship goes to the Warroad Warriors. They defeat the Lakers here in the section championship. Final score 3-0 on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll talk again soon.